UPSHOT League plays its inaugural championship game. The Waves finished the regular season with a league-best 25-9 record, but the crown coming to tonight as the league's hottest team, having won 13 of their final 14 regular season games. Now, after countless battles, it all comes down to one game on one special night to cap off one remarkable first season. The 2026 UPSHOT Championship game is next. We welcome you to Vystar Veterans Memorial Arena for this special presentation of the UPSHOT League. This new pro women's basketball league was founded with the belief that everyone deserves a shot to be their best. And tonight, two teams get to prove their worth on the court. It's the first ever UPSHOT Championship matchup featuring the Jacksonville Waves and the Charlotte Crown. This inaugural year of UPSHOT featured 4 teams in 4 markets hungry for pro women's basketball. Only 2 teams could make the title game. Those were the 2 ball clubs that finished with the best regular season records, the Waves and the Crown. See the Groove and the Steel there at 3 and 4 respectively, and only more teams to come in the future of a very talented ball league. Hello, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us tonight alongside Alexis Spears. I'm Wendell Epps. All right, Alexis, Commissioner Donna Orender has described UPSHOT as the league of opportunity. And tonight, Charlotte and Jacksonville get their best opportunity yet, a shot at a league title.
Yeah, Wendell, you said it. The league of opportunity. We use that word a lot when we're talking about this UPSHOT league. The opportunity to showcase elite talent, an opportunity to build communities, an opportunity to grow the game of women's basketball. And tonight is that opportunity. These 2 teams have seen each other 10 times. This will be their 11th time that they've played each other. But tonight, it's about who can take that opportunity, who can execute at a high level, who can defend at a high level, who can take care of the basketball. That's who's going to come out victorious here tonight.
There's a lot of talented ball players on both of these teams, but Charlotte would not be in this championship game without Deja Kelly.
Deja Kelly is someone who comes into Vystar Veterans Memorial Arena and put on an absolute show. You see the numbers here, 17.8 points per game, the best in this league, 4 assists per game, the best in this league. It's not just the numbers for me, Wendell. It's how she gets to those numbers. She is able to manipulate defenses at a very high level. Coach Trish has talked about her basketball IQ. She can get to her spots at will. Jacksonville is going to have to do a really good job of making her work to get to those spots and make her most comfortable.
There's a lot of continuity, a lot of experience on this Waves team, but perhaps no one is more important than their leader, Air Hearn.
When they talk about Air Hearn, as Air Hearn goes, this Jacksonville Waves team goes. I mean, Air has shown up each and every night that these teams have played, and she's put on an absolute show. She doesn't allow teams to disrupt her. She's patient. She can get to her spot. She can facilitate the basketball, and she can defend at a high level. And that's what I've been most impressed about Air Hearn.
Lots of storylines to follow. For more on both of these ball clubs, let's send over to the 3rd member of our team, Claire Geary.
Part of the success for Jacksonville throughout the course of the season, guys, is the fact that they have had 0 transactions. From start to finish, it has been the same core group of women out on the floor. I was able to speak with head coach Jessica Bogie, and the fact that she picks these players out from early on and the talent is showing is one thing. However, the chemistry off the floor is another. As for the Charlotte Crown, though, different story. 20 transactions throughout the course of the season has certainly led to a roller coaster. Head coach Trisha Odom mentioned the fact that she's had a delicate dance to kind of navigate this with, wearing the head coach hat in addition to the GM hat. It's been certainly something to try and figure things out with the best interest of the team at heart. And that does not stop here tonight. Kiki McGill-Jefferson is not present on the bench due to prior obligations. However, in place, Ebony Walker. She will be adorning number 25 on the bench. And Ebony started off the regular season at the Crown and will cap things off for the championship title. Guys.
Thanks so much, Claire. Awesome stuff. Lots to watch here in UPSHOT. And I love what Donna Orender has done with this league. She uses the word up with nearly everything she says. And it's incredible. The future is up. UPSHOT is meant to uplift. It's meant to upend. It's meant to upward and uproar. And certainly it's done that. I mean, a league that certainly has just exceeded everything that you could have asked for.
Absolutely, Wendell. I've been here since May 15th, the inaugural game. And since then, so much has happened. So much growth. so much togetherness has come from this league, and I've been excited to be a part of it. And I know these ladies on the floor are excited for this opportunity to be the first ever. It's hard to say that you're the first ever in everything, but right now they get the opportunity to do that.
They sure do. And the Jacksonville Waves, so much history with the city of Jacksonville, and obviously being able to see pro women's basketball back here in this market. The Waves are a team that's got a lot of talent. You see some players currently being recognized for some regular season awards, the all UPSHOT team, and the Waves led by head coach Jess Bogie, a player who is now on a team that's got a lot of talent. I mentioned Aaron Hearn and Cheyenne Sellers as well. So lots of depth on the side of the Waves.
Yeah, Jacksonville Waves are loaded. As Claire mentioned, this is a team that hasn't had any transactions this season. And Coach Trish, she laughed with us early in shoot-around. She said, Coach Jess Bogie got it right. She got it right the first time. And when you talk about this team and the continuity on this roster, it's paramount. It's paramount to what they've been able to do on the floor. It's paramount to what they've been able to do off the floor. And you see Jess Bogie there. She wants to hang a banner in this arena, and that's something that she talked about. She wants a ring. She wants to win her first ever championship. And what better way to do that with this Jacksonville Waves team?
And for more on the history of the Jacksonville Waves, let's go ahead and take a look.
Waves move with grace, with force, with purpose. They rise, they break, they return stronger, always part of something larger. In Jacksonville, we know Waves well. Here, the St. Johns River meets the Atlantic, where fresh water and salt collide, and new energy is born. That current runs through this city. It surges through us. 80 years ago, Waves meant something more. The pioneering Waves, women accepted for volunteer emergency service, shattered barriers at Naval Air Station Jacksonville. They stepped in the roles long denied to women. They redefined what was possible. Today, the name carries new force. The Jacksonville Waves, a team that channels that same fearless spirit on the court, fluid in motion, relentless in force, boundless in energy. We honor legends by becoming one. The Jacksonville Waves. Rise with us. In Charlotte, the Queen City, royalty isn't inherited. It's earned. One grind, one game, one generation at a time. This is a city built on hustle, born from crossroads and rail lines, a bit rebellious perhaps, fueled by entrepreneurs, creators, and competitors. Here, calm under pressure isn't the exception, it's the expectation. Because in Charlotte, grace isn't soft. It's strength refined. It's confidence with composure. Swagger wrapped in purpose. A crown right side up, that's royalty. A crown upside down, that's evolution. A royal reversal. That's the spirit of the women who don't wait to be crowned. They earn it. These are the new royals. They break tradition and redefine dominance. They play with courage, resilience, and something you can't quite coach, belief. The crown rules the court. They bring style to strength, grit to grace, and power to purpose. All hail the queens. Royal roots with modern swagger. The Charlotte Crown.
Some amazing history for Charlotte and Jacksonville. And the unique thing about UPSHOT, Alexis, these two teams have seen each other a lot. 10 meetings in the regular season. 8 of those 10 were decided by single digits. And I know you talked about the opening night game that was right here in this building, a game which Charlotte won, a come-from-behind victory, where Deja Kelly had a near triple-double.
Absolutely. 103-95 that game went. Oh my gosh, that was an awesome game. And this, I want to go back to not even just the game itself, the atmosphere. And that atmosphere is what I feel here tonight. Oh my gosh, this championship game is going to be one for the books.
It certainly is. The first of many for the UPSHOT League. The Crown and the Waves is going to be delivering great basketball. And there obviously has been so much growth all throughout all levels of women's basketball, Alexis. And as someone who played at the divisional college level yourself, I'm sure you got to be excited to see just the growth.
I'm so excited, Wendell. Right now, I think I have goosebumps to talk about, not even just an opportunity here today, but as you mentioned, what this will mean in the next 5 to 10 years from now. These young ladies can look back and see what they built, and that's exactly what this means for them.
And starters getting introduced right now for the Charlotte Crown. You see Shaquilla Nunn, player on the Crown, listed at 6'3", one of the vets on this team, 32 years old. She was drafted in the 3rd round of the 2017 WNBA draft. I get this, the San Antonio Stars, a franchise that I have not thought of in quite a while. And you see Deja Kelly, the star of the show, and lots of attention will be on Deja Kelly for sure. But this Crown team, Alexis, has players like a Shaquilla Nunn, A.D. Durr, other notable players that have, some really good professional experience.
Yeah, absolutely, Wendell. One thing that Coach Trish talked about all season long is their depth and basketball IQ of this roster. Her mentality has been simple. It doesn't matter whether it's the first 5 or the second 5. It's about who can get it done. And their depth, the fact that she can go to anybody, the fact that anybody can be a threat on any given night. And somebody we want to talk about a little bit later on, who the X factor of this Charlotte Crown team is the new addition. Well, not new addition, but KK Deans has just been that person for the Charlotte Crown.
She certainly has. Trisha Safford-Odom, get your groove on. I love to see it before the championship game. And yeah, we'll have a lot to talk about with KK Deans. We're going to take a look now at tonight's starting lineups for this UPSHOT Championship game. You see on the top of the screen the Charlotte Crown rolling with Deja Kelly, Reagan Richardson, who's participated in training camp last 2 years with the Minnesota Lynx, A.D. Durr, who was the 2nd pick back in the 2019 WNBA draft. We've got Quinzaya Fulmore and Shaquilla Nunn, 2 6'3" forwards there for the Crown. As for the Waves, a team that has seen no roster changes this season, they're going to rock with the star herself, Air Hearn. Cheyenne Sellers, a recognizable face, I'm sure, to a lot of you. Draft pick in last year's WNBA draft by the Golden State Valkyries. Lindsey Pulliam, Jasmine Walker, who was a top pick back in the 2021 WNBA draft, and Renaya Davis, who also was a top 10 pick in the 2021 WNBA draft. So a lot of players in UPSHOT that have gotten experience playing either in the WNBA, overseas, some young players like KK Deans coming straight from the college level. So you've got all kinds of levels of experience here in UPSHOT, Alexis.
Yeah, absolutely. And we would be remiss if we would not mention Michelle Onya, somebody who was a part of this Charlotte Crown team, who actually moved up to the W. And you can talk about just that, showcasing the talent. That's something that Donna Oranger talks about, showcasing your talent so that you can be able to get called up. You have somebody in Kristen Williams as well with the Greensboro group who was called up as well. But the parity in the leagues of the W, the parity in the leagues of this UPSHOT League is something that needs to be talked about.
Yeah, it proves what the meaning of this league is, the league of opportunity. Now, this is still professional women's basketball. This is a league that is hoping to keep growing, to give players a chance to play here in the States and play at a high level. You talked about the atmosphere of this crowd. I'm looking around, too. I'm getting the chills now, too. I mean, you're just seeing it. And obviously, the Waves are playing in a building that they've played in all season. But this is, quite frankly, a neutral site game. I've seen fans from all 4 teams out here representing their clubs.
Yeah, absolutely. I was driving in and I saw somebody with a Charlotte Crown jersey on. We got the mascots here today. Like, it's going to be a fun one. I'm excited about it.
No doubt about it, and we've got a lot of special faces in the building as well that we'll touch on throughout the course of tonight's broadcast. And the Jacksonville Waves getting a nice ovation here at their building today. Lots of fans making the trip here to Jacksonville, Florida for this championship game that is set to begin here momentarily. The Waves were 13-4 here in this building at home, 12-5 on the road, 2nd most points in the UPSHOT League. Now, the Charlotte Crown, Alexis, I do want to talk about, their start of the season, they were just 1-6. They didn't start off the best, but then they went on a 6-game winning streak from June 6th to June 21st. And really turn things around to get here. And it just shows you that, the coaches in this league too, Jess Bogie, Trisha Safford-Odom, there's a lot to credit to the work that they've done for their players.
Yeah, absolutely. TSO. And when I say TSO, I mean Coach Trisha Safford-Odom. She said that situation where they went on that losing streak really redefined who Charlotte Crown was. It really made them dial in and really look at themselves in the mirror and say, hey, we got to turn this thing around. And being in this, she said, being in this moment right now makes this moment so much sweeter. And you talk about sweeter, Shaquille O'Neal, the GOAT, is in the building.
Hey, love to see it.
The big man.
Hey, and getting some food too. That's how you got to do it, right? All locked in and ready to go for the broadcast. Shaq is actually an integral part of UPSHOT. Dunkman is the apparel and brand platform that was founded by Shaq, and Dunkman actually supplies all the on-court uniforms, shoes, and gear here in UPSHOT. So great to see one of the NBA's best supporting women's basketball.
You gotta love it. The fact that he was able to invest in this league, and we gotta love Shaquille O'Neal. He's been doing it all, and the fact that he's able to do it on the women's side, you gotta love it. I'm glad he's in the building. I'm glad he gets to witness the product on the floor, because this is going to be a good one, Wendell.
It is. We are ready to rock and roll for it. Jess Bogie, hoping to lead her Waves squad to their first UPSHOT title. Patricia Safford-Odom hoping to do the same. And we talked to both head coaches and a couple players from each of these teams earlier at Shoot Around today, Alexis. And one common denominator from both sides was just how much they love playing with their teammates. You can tell there is a family bond for both the Waves and the Crown.
Yeah, and you see it on the floor. Like I mentioned, I was able to call a lot of these Jacksonville Waves team, and I told Coach Jess Bogie, I said, it's infectious, it's contagious. The way that these ladies love each other, the way that they come together on and off the court. KK Deans made a statement. We were talking to her. She said, we're alike in a lot of different ways, even on the floor as well as off the floor. But off the floor, she said, we're going to be dressed the best. We're going to come in rocking the best outfits. Off the floor, it doesn't matter. It's a standard between these two teams, and that's why they're the #1 and the #2 team playing in this inaugural UPSHOT League Championship.
Yeah, there's a reason they're here, and when I asked Erin Hearn to describe the Waves team using just one word, what did she said? Undiagnosed.
Undiagnosed.
And she said this team's very charismatic, but like when we wave together, we wave together.
Yeah.
So, and the Waves have also been doing a lot in their community as well. In Jacksonville, a couple events this week that they've done. So Erin Hearn also talked a lot about connecting with those Jacksonville fans and the importance of that.
Yeah.
Both teams now hit the floor. The Waves rocking the white uniforms here tonight. Charlotte up in their bright purple uniforms. Here we go. History set to be made. The inaugural UPSHOT League Championship game. Zaya Fulmore, Renaya Davis at center court. And we are officially underway from Jacksonville. Erin Hearn, leading scorer for the Waves, firing a 3-ball and knocking it down to start our party.
I love to see Erin Hearn getting going early, and the fact that she was left wide open, Wendell, you don't want to leave her wide open.
Reagan Richardson, a quick bucket in transition. These two teams, they play very fast.
Yeah.
So you're going to see a lot of up and down pace in this game today. Pulliam knocks down a pull-up J from the right elbow.
Yeah, Lindsey Pulliam can hit that at a high clip.
This is Deja Kelly, leading scorer this season. There's a turnover there, Waves showcasing that aggressive defense right away. And the Waves play positionless basketball, Alexis. You're going to see 4-out offense throughout most of the course of this game. Shot clock down to 7 right now. Pulliam gets a screen from Walker, fires another J, too strong. Boards corralled by Richardson. Kelly on the other end soars her way in for 2 points.
Yeah, Deja Kelly going downhill early. There's been some games where she got going late in the game, but right now she knows what it means to get started early.
12 20-plus point games in the regular season for Deja Kelly. Hearn, the fake, the take, and the miss. In and out like a fast food restaurant on that one.
Yeah, that touched everything, but just couldn't quite fall.
Kelly looking for more on the other end, draws contact and a foul. And Alexis, I know you got some good keys to the game, and Deja Kelly, I'm sure, is part of that.
Well, I want to go back to just that moment right there. Deja Kelly does so good at absorbing contact, generating fouls to get to herself to the free throw line. Right there she did. But yeah, a key to the game for Charlotte, they're at their best when they're getting out in transition, as we saw in that last possession where Deja Kelly was able to get going downhill. They're best playing in the open floor, allowing their guards to attack, getting to the basket. The biggest thing that they're going to have to do is limit Jacksonville inside. I think that Jacksonville's front court is deadly. They have to be able to defend at a high level in the paint. For Jacksonville, last time out, Wendell, Charlotte won the rebounding battle, +8, 45-37, 19 of which were offensive. And that's something that Coach Jess Bogie talked about, the biggest emphasis, ball screen defense, transition, and rebounding.
Lots to monitor in this championship contest. There's Renaya Davis that'll turn around Jay, can't fall. And there's Shaquilla Nunn, who averages more rebounds than anybody in Upshot, 9.5 per game in the regular season. Fulmore, little left-hand hook shot, deflected there by Walker. Nunn tried to save it. It goes right to the hands there of Renaya Davis. This is Sellers, loses control of the ball. We're gonna get a jump ball. Excellent contest from A.D. Durr.
Yeah, gotta love A.D., somebody who has been so huge in the game of basketball. She obviously had to stop playing in her career due to COVID and all the things that transpired during that, but I'm glad that she's able to get back on the floor. She's talked about what it means to play for the Charlotte Crown again, or play for the Charlotte Crown, and she's doing an excellent job for this team.
And Durr scored their best game of the season, 21 points on opening night right here in this building, back on May 15th. Historic night for the Upshot League as Reagan Richardson's turnaround Jay can't fall. Appreciate everybody spending your Saturday evening with us watching the Upshot Championship game. First of many, Wendell Epps, Alexis Pierce, Claire Gary along for the ride as well. Second chance for Jacksonville as Davis goes up and deflected there. Look at Charlotte bringing the heat defensively.
Yeah.
And Cheyenne Sellers commits the reach and foul. Now, this is an interesting point here. I know, Alexis, you and I were talking about this earlier about Cheyenne Sellers has been in some foul trouble in a lot of games this Upshot season.
Yeah, Cheyenne Sellers, she has to understand that her value is when she's on the floor and not off of it. She has to do a better job of containing without fouling. She is valuable to this Jacksonville Waves team, and she has to be on the floor.
Sellers, a player that had a storied college basketball career at the University of Maryland, playing 4 years there. As the ball goes out of bounds, it'll be a turnover on Charlotte. Possession will flip over to Jacksonville. But Sellers, a young talent, just 23 years old. Her father, Brad, played 6 seasons in the NBA with multiple NBA teams. And Sellers this season, over 13 points a game, 83.5% from the free throw line, 42% from the field. So she's definitely growing a lot here.
Yeah, she's absolutely been a player I've been impressed by. She's relished with this Jacksonville Waves team. And if you leave it up to Erin Hearn, she's been somebody that has been a part of Cheyenne Sellers' journey since the first year she was a professional overseas. They call her Rook, and she's talked about just how she's grown in this league.
How about Lindsey Pulliam, another player that is growing in this league, getting that putback, little hustle and muscle inside the paint, and the Waves get the steal. Hearn, one-on-one against Durr, soars her way inside for 2.
Yeah, I'm loving the tempo from Jacksonville Waves. I think Deja Kelly wanted a foul right there.
You're already seeing the physicality both of these teams want. It's a championship.
It's a championship.
Going to take a look at this amazing sequence again. You see Kelly fell down. Hearn, that's what she's just so dynamic at, her speed and her athleticism.
Yeah, she's tough. You can just see she has that look in her eyes right now, but she's always smiling.
She's always smiling.
She's
when we were
always
talking to
smiling.
her, she was laughing, having a good time. You could tell. I was like, this is just another day in the office for her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Averaged 18 points a game in 10 regular season meetings against Charlotte did Erin Hearn. This is Kelly, already scored a bucket early on. Drives in with 5 on the timer. Tightly defended by Jasmine Walker. Kelly trying to get free. Finds Richardson. That's going to be a shot clock violation. The Waves defense has came ready to play.
Yeah, the Waves defense has been stifling. That's something that Coach Jess Bogie emphasized. They have to defend at a high level, and you can just see the tenacity on the face of the Jacksonville Waves. They're getting it done in that area.
So now taking their time for might be their slowest offensive possession yet. We've seen a lot of fast breaks and quick shot attempts from the Waves. Hearn defended by Kelly. That's the matchup to watch. They switch as she kicks it out to Sellers in the left corner. Fakes. Hearn will fire the right wing triple. And that one rattles out. Second opportunity again for Jacksonville. They've gotten a couple of those early on. Shot clock down to 5. Hearn gets a screen from Davis, weaves her way into the lane, but is blocked by Durr. Davis gets it back and puts it up for 2.
That's so depleting if you're Charlotte, because AD got a big-time block, met her at the rim, but Davis was able to come back and get the offensive board and put it right back in.
Durr trying to answer with the triple, and they do. AD Durr, a sharpshooter, shot 41%, a team high in the regular season from long range. It's going to be a foul there. See KK Deans. Take a look at a replay of this Durr 3 again. An X factor on the Charlotte squad.
Yeah, that lefty can shoot the basketball, can't she, Wendell?
As a lefty myself, I love seeing great left-hand shooters.
I'm jealous of lefties because I have not
We're the best people.
I've not met a left-hander who can't shoot the basketball.
Hey, that was my specialty. I couldn't dunk or anything, but I could shoot that ball. And Air Hearn, she can do more than I can do for sure. Air Hearn is a bucket. She's come ready to play as the Waves extend their lead up to 4.
Yeah, Air Hearn 5 on the night so far.
Richardson tightly defended by Kayla Pointer, who's just checked in for the Waves. Driving inside there for Charlotte is Carnegie Lucas. Can't finish, but Fulmore cannot get the putback either. Charlotte, good looks, everything but the finish.
Bunnies, I know they wish they can get those back.
Waves go around the horn now. This is Pointer. Davis thought 3, she'll fire. Rattles out, Bulgax there for the board. Pointer working against Kelly with 8 on the shot clock. Waves looking for more. Already shooting 40% from the field. Pointer spins, fires, and can't hit. But another offensive rebound for Jacksonville. They have been all over the place on the glass. Pullia with the steal. Bringing the hustle all over the place, and she drew the foul.
Wow, what a sequence right there, Wendell. 6-0 boards for Jacksonville. Charlotte has to put a body on somebody.
And that's going to take us to our first media timeout. Waves leading the crown 13-9 in the first 6 minutes of our inaugural UPSHOT Championship game. Back in just a moment. You're watching the UPSHOT League. 13-9 our score early on in the first quarter of this championship game. Waves leading Saturday night here in Jacksonville, Florida. Let's send it over now to the third member of our crew, Claire Geary.
Thanks, Wendell. Part of the Crown's message, led by Coach Odom, with a utterly big mount and to have fun, that everybody needs to box out. It's an emphasis that Coach Odom had coming out of the timeouts, especially given the fact that they gave up the foul heading into the second half of this first quarter. It's to have confidence and have fun. That is the chemistry that this team will thrive with, guys.
Thanks so much, Claire. Indeed, the chemistry is such an integral identity of this Charlotte Crown team. And Alexis, Claire was touching there on the rebounding, right? We were talking just about that. The offensive boards that the Waves have gotten, it's just really been a big X factor for them so far.
Absolutely. board, 6 on the night so far. Charlotte has to do a better job of putting a body on somebody. And when I talked about that front court earlier on, they are big. They have to be able to box out, put a body on somebody, and secure the rebound. A possession is not secure unless you get that rebound.
Let's see what adjustment Charlotte makes out of the timeout. KK Deans is on the floor right now for the Crown. One of the most incredible stories of the UPSHOT season. Joined the team mid-season and has been an integral part of the Crown's success. Kelly has it. Picked up by Pulliam. Fires a long ball, and that one rattles out. Here comes Charlotte getting an offensive rebound. It looked like for a moment, but Air Hearn soared in for the hustle. Jump ball forced there with Cornegay Lucas.
Yeah, right now, Jacksonville Waves are just everywhere defensively. They're making it tough for the Charlotte Crown. Just that last possession I want to mention, Wendell. They've made it tough for Deja Kelly to get the basketball. Lindsay Pulliam was all over her. I think they understand that Deja Kelly is the one who gets them going, and they want to be able to eliminate her every chance they get.
Waves leading 13-9 early on here in this contest. It's a championship game, and here comes the jump ball as Charlotte gets it. Deep three on the way from Deans, drops in.
KK Deans, that we talked about, that X factor. She's somebody who can fill it up quick like.
Pointer weaves her way into the lane and can't finish. Ball tapped around, and Kelly gets the board. One possession ball game as another three's on the way from Deans. That one can't fall. Gets her own miss. Drives and can't finish. But Lele Grissett is there for the offensive board. Now Cornegay Lucas diving on the floor there with Taylor Soule. Everyone bringing the hustle early on for both the Waves and the Crown.
Man, but Wendell, I just can't help but think it's been a lid on Charlotte's goal, on Charlotte's basket here today. They have been missing those bunnies.
So another jump ball. It's always actually a good thing when you see multiple jump balls first quarter. It means both teams are hustling.
Yeah.
Oh, and Kelly tumbles down to the ground hard, fouled by Air Hearn.
I think that one may be on Taylor Soule.
Yeah, that was on Taylor Soule. So Charlotte will inbound it here from the side. Kelly gets it right in front of that Jacksonville Waves bench. Tightly defended right now by Cheyenne Sellers. The kick out and the three on the way from Richardson's too long. Olgak says, give me that. On the other end, Sellers can't hit the J. Offensive board is corralled there by Soule, and Taylor Soule will shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, I think right now Jacksonville is taking a page out of Charlotte's book in that last game with their 19 O boards. Right now, as I mentioned, Jacksonville has 7 O boards on the night. Now Taylor Soule is earning herself a trip to the free throw line. I don't know what needs to happen right here for Charlotte other than putting a body on somebody, but right now Jacksonville is just carving out some real estate and earning themselves a second chance opportunity.
I'd like to thank our sponsor, Refology. What does it take to level up as a referee? It takes opportunity, it takes preparation, and it takes a community that's invested in your growth. Refology is where referees come together to get better through practical coaching, real game feedback, and live support from experienced leaders who understand the game. If you want to level up your craft wherever you are in your officiating journey, Refology helps you show up ready. Refology.com, where referees grow together. And that's the other great thing, too, about UPSHOT, too, Alexis. These officials getting this chance to officiate professional women's basketball.
Yep. Opportunities for everybody right now.
Opportunities for us included. Such a privilege and honor to be able to be calling this inaugural UPSHOT League Championship game. As KK Deans will fire a long ball again and knocks it down. Her second three of the game. Clapping her hands together. Charlotte Benchlow fired up. Nice celebration. We're all close to being tied up here. Charlotte within 2. We'll get a foul on the floor here on Charlotte. You see right there the field goals for both teams. The Waves have taken 20 shots, 7 makes. Charlotte 5 of 14 from the field. Tricia Stafford Odom, coach up her squad, obviously has done such a great job with the whole turnaround of this team. And she's a very passionate coach, but she also knows how to have fun with her ladies as well.
That's something that Deja Kelly talked about.
Ball goes out of bounds as possession will flip over to Charlotte. Duke Bulgak and Kayla Pointer both claiming that it should be Waves basketball. And it looks like they will switch the call. So possession will go back to the Waves. Exactly 2 minutes here on our game clock.
Right now, Wendell, it's 17-15. You would think that this margin for Jacksonville would be much larger, just the way that they're playing on the defensive end. I mean, right now, Charlotte is keeping this thing pretty close, though.
They sure are. Credit to Charlotte. That's just the kind of team they are. They've got a lot of things that they can do. And KK Deans coming off the bench, 2 threes in a row. I mean, that is a player that has been a big X factor. She hasn't experienced too many losses in her time in the Queen City either. Since she's been here, they played really good basketball.
Yeah, absolutely. Something they just said about KK is they needed a different voice. They're having her as an addition and really brought that second group along, and she's been able to really play fast. But right now, you see these two in the game together. They bring a different dynamic, and it's worked.
A lot of speed for sure between Deans and Kelly. Deans, 3 games played against Jacksonville in the regular season, scored 13 or more points in each of those games, including 20 in the final meeting. Inbound goes in the hands of Erin Hearn, and she was on the line. Turnover. Possession will flip over to Charlotte.
Just court awareness there by Erin Hearn.
And this is a unique thing, too, with Kelly and Deans on the floor together. Kelly gets to play a little bit more off ball. Kelly gets a screen right now from Ebony Walker. Recently rejoined this Charlotte Crown team as Kelly, feet set, nothing but net on that baseline jet. Just like that, all tied up at 17 apiece. Hearn, picked up by Kelly, swings it back over to Pointer. It's in a back and forth contest all throughout quarter number 1 as Pointer gets in, draws contact, and she will shoot 2 off the foul from Walker.
And we talked a lot about KK Deans and Deja Kelly, but Erin Hearn and KP, those two on the floor together. Also, KP just brings this offensive mindedness that Erin Hearn that doesn't necessarily do as well. So she's been able to come in and really bring a different dynamic to this Jacksonville Waves team. She can really get to the free throw line, absorb some contact, and get her shot to go.
Kayla Pointer was the 13th pick in the second round of the 2022 WNBA draft by the Las Vegas Aces. Didn't make their final roster that year, but did play some games with the Indiana Fever, and we talked about that at the top of our broadcast, Alexis, just about how, there are players that have gotten experience now getting an opportunity here in the U.S. and a wonderful opportunity with UPSHOT.
Absolutely. Looking at the Jacksonville Waves team, we talked to Coach Jess Bogie, 8 WNBA players who had a stint in the WNBA at some point in their careers.
Waves now regain the lead, up by a penny, less than 1:20 to play in our first quarter. Deans already 2 threes so far in this game. Swings it over to A.D. Durham, who's also hit a triple. We'll look for the second one of the night. That one can't fall.
Right now, I feel like Charlotte is settling. They're settling for outside jump shots.
Let's see if they can get more inside the paint, especially when they bring back in Shaquille Nunn. Polio finds Soul down low. Kicks it out, looking for Bulgak, but was unable to corral the pass. Turnover again on the Waves.
That was just really good defense by somebody who's been brought back to the Charlotte Crown team in Ebony Walker and has made a difference here with the Charlotte Crown team so far.
Yeah, Walker did play 8 games with the Charlotte Crown earlier in the season. Just recently returned to the team, replacing Keithy Jefferson on the roster. Walker played at multiple colleges, Arizona State, Syracuse, Ohio State as well. Talk about Kayla Pointer's speed, also her defense up to watch too. Simon on KK Jeans. Hornegay Lucas has it right now. Jumper can't fall. Bulgak took a shot to the face. A loose ball foul. Duke Bulgak, listed at 6'5". One of my best things that I like about her, though, Alexis, is her shooting ability is something else.
Yeah, the way that she can stretch the floor and shoot the basketball, and I laugh about it all the time because I think a Duke Bulgak is probably 100% shooting at above the key right here in this three-point lane right here. She is so good. Not only can she shoot the basketball, she can put it on the deck and also get you something going down low. So you gotta love a Duke Bulgak's ability. I love that the fact that she stepped away from this team for 2 weeks. She was with her international team, South Sudan, but she's gotten back acclimated with the Jacksonville Waves. Oh man, she's been incredible for them, and that's something that also that Davis talked about.
Yes.
Just been that motherly figure to them, that veteran presence that they need.
Yeah, Bulgak, the oldest player in this Waves roster, 33 years old, shot 38% from long range in the regular season. He's also played in 6 different countries outside the U.S., so a lot of pro basketball experience for Bulgak.
And while she was away, she averaged 19.3 points per game with her international team in three games.
Yeah,
three. So
that's a good ball right there.
That's a good ball.
We've got another jump ball on the floor. By my count, that's a 4th jump ball from the first quarter here in this UPSHOT Championship game. A first quarter that has delivered. And whether you're a new watcher of UPSHOT or a regular watcher of UPSHOT, you got to be pleased with the effort that you're seeing from the Crown and the Waves early on.
Yeah, both of these teams know what's at stake right now. They want a championship.
Championship is a championship, no matter where it is. It'll be Fulmore and Pointer to jump this one up. Fulmore with the height advantage, and she easily wins the tap. About a 9-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Deans has it right near that top of the key. Timer down to 3. Deans a step back 3 over Sellers. Off the mark, Bulgak the board. Shot clock is dark. Waves gotta hurry. Down to 4. This is Pointer. Can she get a shot off? She's gonna fire to Pulliam. Quick trigger, can't go. And that'll take us to the end of quarter number 1. What a first quarter this has been. Waves in the Crown doing it all here in our inaugural UPSHOT League Championship game. Jacksonville leading by 3. We'll step aside for a break. Back in just a moment. You're watching the UPSHOT League.
From the opening tip-off to the final whistle, every call matters. At Refology, we believe referees deserve the same level of opportunity as the athletes on the floor. That's why we built a platform designed to help officials prepare, perform, and grow at every level of the game. Through expert-led coaching, real game experience, and a community built on shared knowledge and honest conversations, Refology gives referees the tools to step into their biggest moments with confidence. Visit Refology.com and take the next step on your officiating journey today.
Welcome back into the UPSHOT League Championship game. Waves leading the Crown 20-17 as our second quarter gets set to begin. For more on the Jacksonville Waves, let's send it back to Claire Geary.
Part of the message inside of the team huddle from Coach Bogie was to just grab the ball and make sure that it's secure. There's been a lot of loose action and off-the-mark passes that have resulted in turnovers, and to continue to push downhill, there's been a lot of action inside of the paint, and transition basketball was a point of emphasis that she talked to me pre-game about and is insinuating that into the team coming out of the break, guys.
Thanks so much, Claire. Yeah, this Waves team, lots of talent, experience. Taylor Soule was recently recognized at center court during the timeout for being named the 6th Woman of the Year for the UPSHOT League. Congrats to her.
Yeah, I don't think it's no one more deserving than Taylor Soule. The energy and effort that she's brought to this Jacksonville Waves team has been instrumental. She doesn't always, her stats doesn't always show up on the box score. They show up on the floor. She's always on the floor. If I had a stat for who's on the floor the most, it'd probably be Taylor Soule. She gets it done on as an energizer bunny for this Jacksonville Waves team.
Lots of talent all around on the Waves and the Crown. First quarter that was neck and neck between both of these teams. Jacksonville Waves 10 points inside the paint, so 50% of their points inside the paint, and Charlotte finally got back on the rebound track. Only out-rebounded there 13-11. Another jump ball, this time between Nunn and Davis. And the tap is controlled there by Charlotte. Turnaround J from Gersett rattles out as the shot clock nearly expired. Here come the Waves now. Here's Cheyenne Sellers, back to the offensive leader, Air Hearn, right on cue, knocking down the triple. On the other end, A.D. Durr saying anything you can do, I can do better.
Yeah, they're finding their strokes from the outside.
Pace starting to pick back up here in Jacksonville. As Sellers gets a screen there from Davis. Ball movement's been something that's been so consistent for the Waves, and obviously having that continuity on your roster helps with that. Sellers weaves her way to the lane as that ball rattles through the hoop for two.
Cheyenne Sellers just so good at getting to the basket, tucking that ball and just laying it right on in.
Now it's Gersett working down low. Coach Bogie wanted to travel, and she's going to get it. Too many steps there for Gersett. See Reagan Richardson come back in for Charlotte. Deja Kelly also at the scores table right now. She'll have to wait till the next dead ball. Nearly 90 seconds into our second quarter, the Waves lead by 5. Inaugural UPSHOT League Championship game featuring the top 2 teams with the best regular season records as Pulliam continue to showcase her mid-range game.
What I've been impressed by Lindsey Pulliam this season is the fact that she can get to the spots on the floor and make herself available just to get that 15-foot mid-range jump shot, and this money.
8 points now for Lindsey Pulliam, 4 of 6 from the field, 3 rebounds and a steal to go along with that as well. And you just see the body language too of a player like Lindsey Pulliam, looking very composed and ready to go. See Deja Kelly now coming back into the ball game for Charlotte. Deans, what an inbound pass to Reagan Richardson, the eyes of a wizard.
That left side of the floor, nobody was there. Good play call.
And those kind of plays can make a difference. Whenever you can get 2 points, hey, take it. Davis working against the bigger Nunn, but says, I don't care, I'm going to get my bucket.
Over the defensive player of the year.
Deans with the need for speed down the floor, lost control of it, but gets it back. Charlotte trying to get back on track as the Waves lead by 7. Kelly checks the clock as it's down to 8. Hand off to Nunn, back to Kelly. Jay on the way, shot rattles out. Boards corralled there by Sellers.
And that was an emphasis for Coach Jess Bogie. That ball screen defense right in there, that was great defense.
How about Reagan Richardson showcases some great defense and get that out of here. Possession will stay with Jacksonville. Credit to Richardson for the stop on the fast break opportunity.
Richardson is somebody who can disrupt on the defensive end.
Get an inbound underneath from Air Hearn, as you see Coach Stafford Odom leading her case to official. Hearn lobs a pass to top of the key to Cheyenne Sellers. Davis again against Nunn, this time showcasing her range, but can't hit the J. Richardson lost control of the ball for a moment, got it back, the fake, the fire, off the mark. Ball's tapped around and it'll stay with the ground. KK Deans will inbound this one again. Just had that incredible inbound pass a moment ago, and this time finds Richardson. No call, as her and Sellers both took a shot. And an off-target pass as Hearn was looking for Walker. Now, Alexis, you look at the scoreboard now. Waves have a 7-point lead. A little bit of comfort. Obviously, they would like a little bit more. But if you're Charlotte right now, what do you do to try and get back?
I think taking high percentage shots. We haven't really seen many times them getting to the basket. Deja Kelly has only been to the free throw line, I think, one time in this game. They have to be able to generate some high percentage shots.
We're going to head to break now as the Waves lead by 7. Back in just a moment. You're watching the UPSHOT League. Welcome back into this live presentation of the UPSHOT League. Wendell Epps alongside Alexis Pierce. So many talented ball players. But we got to shout out the team mascots, my favorite part of sports. I love the mascots. Millie, Regal, DJ, Bell. The 4 mascots of UPSHOT are all incredible, Alexis.
But no other than Millie, the Jacksonville Waves mascot, was the mascot of the year. I know that they love Millie here in Vystar Veterans Memorial Arena. And congratulations, Millie.
Love to see all the representation. As somebody who caught a lot of Greensboro Groove games, I do have a soft spot for DJ, but a lot of mascots all around, and it's great to see this UPSHOT League, a wonderful crowd at Vystar Veterans Memorial Arena here this evening. Charlotte down by 7. Still, of course, plenty of time left in this ball game, trying to regroup after that last timeout. This is Shaquilla Nunn down low. Overhead pass down low in the hands of Cordigay. Lucas back to Durr. 3 on the way. Can't fall. And the board is corralled by Renaya Davis.
Right now, Jacksonville is just making it extremely tough for Charlotte to find the basket right now. Really great defense by Jacksonville.
Yeah, and that defense has been leading to a little bit more confidence offensively, but Reagan Richardson gets that steal right away, poking it loose. Double teamed on the other end, a couple turnovers being forced, and again, we've got contact. This time it's going to be a foul as Davis took a shot to the ground.
Yeah, I don't know about you, partner, but this game has been extremely physical.
It sure has, Alexis. Absolutely right. I mean, and we knew that coming in was going to be a lot of intensity, but I've been impressed. I think it's even at a greater level than we could have anticipated.
Yeah, absolutely. I think just that championship level basketball right here.
They want that trophy. Who can blame them? Great product of UPSHOT. So many people in the leadership positions. Donna Orander, Tajris Williams, Franklin.
You got Andy Kaufman.
Andy Kaufman with Sawyer. So many names that have just done great things putting this whole league together. Charlotte forces a turnover. Kelly zooms her way into the lane. Can't finish with the left. Sellers lobs a pass to Davis. Was open for a moment. Bounce pass to Pulliam. Shot can't go.
Right now, I think Charlotte just needs to continue to play their game. I know they're not getting the calls that they want, but they have to continue to play.
Oh, how about Air Hearn? Showcasing the vertical leads and get out of here.
Yeah, Air Hearn, small but mighty.
And that play is so nice, you just got to see it twice. Air Hearn can score, but she can also defend.
Yeah, she came from that backside, only a 5'9" Air Hearn, and met her at the top. Big time block on the defensive player of the year, Shaquilla Nunn. Giving her a taste of her own medicine.
Already 2 steals for Air Hearn as well. She has been bringing it on both ends of the floor. Tied with Lindsey Pulliam right now for a team-high 8 points. Get a reach and foul on Lindsey Pulliam. Just joining us, first of all, welcome into the UPSHOT League Championship game, inaugural UPSHOT Championship match. Waves led the crowd 20-17 to the first quarter of play. It's been a lot of hustle. You see right there the stocks for Charlotte, 4 of them. Jacksonville, 4 steals here this evening. Both teams have been bringing that championship level intensity. Durr spinning their way into the lane, can't finish as Bogak gets another rebound. And I love that both teams, like, when players get in the rebound, they're fighting for that ball. Yeah. They're not letting their opponent get anything easy.
Yeah, nothing is coming easy when a championship is on the line.
And a dead ball as the Waves will take it out here from the side. Just under 5 minutes to play in the first half of this UPSHOT League Championship game. An incredible weekend that UPSHOT has put together. A couple of coaches' clinics as well, community events, and a lot of women's basketball legends as well here in the building, too.
As you guys saw, Cheryl Miller, an investor in this UPSHOT League, is here in the building as well.
Love to see it. All those that have paved the way for these women to what they're doing today. I mean, come on. A lot of history with women's basketball for sure.
Big-time trailblazers, pioneers, when you talk about the game of women's basketball.
Sellers will fire the quick 3 and nearly have the big 3. Board corralled by Bulgak, goes up strong, draws contact and a foul. She'll shoot 2.
And again, it's another second chance opportunity for the Jacksonville Waves.
Charlotte foul number 10, Kylie Fournier-Lucas, her first, team second. I'd like to thank our friends over at Molten as well. Molten USA is a proud sponsor of the UPSHOT League. Molten congratulates the athletes who compete at the highest level and do so with integrity and sportsmanship. Connect with Molten at moltenusa.com and on Instagram. Molten, feel the emotion. Duke Bulgak, a player that we highlighted earlier in our game, about her journey and everything she's done. And tonight, 4 points, but 7 rebounds, Alexis. Been crashing the glass.
Yeah.
Splits the pair for the line. That's Charlotte with an 8 right now. This is Dirk. Picked up by Aaron Hearn. Hands it off to Reagan Richardson. Richardson got right past Sellers. Everything but the finish.
And I know Jacksonville is making it tough on Charlotte defensively, but right there, when you get that opportunity right there, you got to seal it. You don't get to play a game after this. You got to leave everything on the floor right now. And right there, Reagan Richardson had a prime opportunity to just lay the ball up. They need all the points. Easy basket since Jacksonville is making it tough on them.
Just 5 points so far for Charlotte here in the second quarter. As Richardson draws contact and a foul, it's going to be on Cheyenne Sellers. So Richardson's going to head to the free throw line, where 82% free throw shooter in the regular season.
This is only the second time that Charlotte is going to the charity stripe. And you talk about a team who gets there a lot throughout this season.
Yeah, especially Deja Kelly, right? I mean,
Yeah.
she is the player that gets there a ton. Actually, Deja Kelly shot 9 or more free throws in 9 of the 10 regular season meetings against the Waves. So.
Yeah, she's been the only person besides now Reagan Richardson to get to the free throw line. I know they would like to see Deja getting there a little bit more, even other Charlotte Crown players as well.
Yeah, the Crown did average 21 made free throws a game against the Waves in the regular season. So that definitely was something that happened a lot in their meetings in the regular season. 8 of those 10 decided by single digits. Last meeting happened exactly 2 weeks ago. It was a game that went to overtime too between the Crown and the Waves, and the Crown were able to pull off 99-94. These two teams know what it's like to face against one another and have tight battles.
Yeah, familiar opponents for sure.
Williams J way off the mark. Here comes the Crown now. Can make it a one-possession game if they can knock down a long 3 here. Kelly, bounce pass to Grissett, the pick and roll, nearly worked to perfection again. Alexis, Charlotte's getting a lot of great looks, just those layups inside the low block not falling for them right now.
Yeah, and that's so unfortunate because like I mentioned, those wide open looks you have to be able to capitalize on right there. Obviously, that ball screen defense, there's a miscommunication there in that drop coverage. Easy look to the basket, Lily has to get that one to go. And there's 2 halves of basketball.
Correct.
When I watched a lot of games, I disgustingly amount of a lot of basketball. And normally when just the ball is not going in the rim for a team, that second half looks totally different.
That's for sure. I mean, it could easily be a tale of 2 halves. It happened on opening night, right? Charlotte came all the way from behind late in that 4th quarter, so never say never. But one thing for sure, that the effort and the aggressiveness from both these teams has been at 110% effort so far. Hearn lobs a pass down low to Davis. This turnaround J is a beauty.
Yeah, put that one on the highlight reel. That was tough.
On the other end, Richardson 3 can't fall. Bulgak yet with another rebound. That Waves bench fired up, loving the hustle from their squad. And that's something that has been a constant thing for the Waves all season. Renaya Davis, a playmaker on the offensive end.
Yeah, I love her footwork. She's so patient in that low block area right there. She can show you she can extend it a little bit and hit that turnaround, knockdown jump shot from the hometown hero, Renaya Davis.
And I love, like, when we spoke to her earlier in shoot-around, she was just saying, hey, this is just another game for me. I'm locked in. It's the same thing. Not going to change my routine. A player that is definitely speaking like a true vet, Renaya Davis. 27 years old, a prolific talent on the side of the Waves. Bulgak's right wing triple can't fall. Here comes Deja Kelly, bringing the ball down the floor. Kelly with 6 points so far, 2 of 6 from the field. As Grissett gets a second chance, can't finish with the left hand. Another opportunity there for Charlotte, and we're not able to convert, unfortunately. Davis looking for more offensively. Gets through 2 Charlotte defenders. Serious and furious.
Yeah, Renaya Davis talked about what it means to win a championship in her hometown right now. She's going to put a mark on it as a Jacksonville native. To win a championship, mind you, she's won 4 at Reba High School here in Jacksonville, but she wants to win on the professional level.
Now Jacksonville's locked in. Look at Madison Griggs, the defense right there on Cornegay Lucas. We've got a whistle off ball. To play here in the second quarter. Physical play from both the Waves and the Crown, as that'll take us now to another media timeout. What a physical game it's been. Jacksonville leading by double digits, 10 points. They are up. Back in just a moment. You're watching the UPSHOT League. Welcome back into Vystar Veterans Memorial Arena. The Waves leading the Crown by 10. Both of these teams have done a lot of off-the-court stuff in the community, including Charlotte. For more on that, let's send it over to Claire Geary.
Part of the mission when it comes to this UPSHOT League is expanding into the community and getting into places that basketball has yet to touch. And that's part of what the Charlotte Crown accomplished. In between some of the off days of preparing for this game, the team went and visited Novant Hemby's Children's Hospital in the Queen City and visited those who are fighting a bigger battle. And head coach Oda mentioned the fact that it really put things into perspective for the group, that there are things to take for granted, including your health, and that's what those children were chasing after and fighting for in the hospital. They were able to give out swag. However, the foundation of that mission was led by none. Off the court, on the court, she wanted to connect to the community, and that was her message from the get-go. guys.
Incredible stuff, Claire. I love to see it, and that's what it's all about, Alexis, right? Sports, you know, the ability to provide that escape, but the humanity aspect, being able to connect with the community.
Yeah, you gotta love it, and that's something that these coaches talked about, just their willingness to want to. There's not something that they are making them do or they're having to do. No, they're taking the initiative and wanting to get out into their community and make a difference for these younger girls who look up to them, these younger guys who look up to them.
What a game it's been between the Crown and the Waves. We got a off ball there. The Waves will take it out from the side, leading by 10 right now. And Claire, it's not done yet. So good, we got to go back to her. Let's send it back over to Claire.
Well, we've mentioned it just about the cohesion of this team, right? And that's what None was preaching to the team, is that they had to play for each other right here, right now. Given the score on the board, you only have under 2 minutes to go at this point. She was really rallying around this group on the bench. Meanwhile, Coach was trying to get explanations from the officials. All the nonetheless, None has been a leader for this team through and through.
Love to hear it, Claire. Thanks so much. Yeah, Shaquille Nunn, a vet on this Charlotte Crown team that has certainly, been, the mama, you would say, the mama bear of the Charlotte Crown, and that's what you need, right? You need, obviously, your young players to go ahead and learn and grow, but you need those players with experience that can teach these young athletes, what it's like to play pro women's basketball.
Absolutely. You mentioned a little bit earlier the San Antonio Stars back in 2017, in which Shaquille Nunn was drafted. So obviously she's been playing this basketball game for a long time.
She sure has, as County Carnegie Lucas getting a little visitor bounce there on that J. Charlotte, prior to the media timeout, just 8 of 37 from the field overall, 4 of 10 from 3. Just the 2-point field goals have not fallen for her. Sellers can't hit the short runner. Got the board, but ball fell off her foot. Possession will go back to Charlotte.
And I love that energy right there by KKD. She's getting her ball club going. She needs somebody needs to step up right now, and it looks like KKD wants to take advantage of it right now. Yeah,
when you're down, I think you just need that one player to really be your source of energy. You mentioned, Alexis, I think KKD certainly could be that lady for Charlotte, as how about Deja Kelly trying to get the runner. Great hustle there from Ebony Walker, drawing contact, and she's going to head to the line.
And you can't get it all back in one possession, but what you can do is generate turnovers, bring that energy, because this connectivity that makes basketball what it is. When you can feed off your teammates, and you can see a player like KKD who brings that energy, then everybody else resonates as well.
Sheraton Jacksonville is the Waves' preferred hotel partner. Sheraton Hotel and Resorts, where the world comes together. Back in the game for the Waves, number 10. Crown now within 8 after that first free throw make there from Ebony Walker. Getting some big minutes here in this UPSHOT Championship game, and a lot of talented players in the starting 5 for both squads, but that second unit is definitely going to be integral, especially as this game goes on. Crown have another chance. It's Dean's an open 3. Can't go, and we're going to get a loose ball foul on Charlotte.
Yeah, Kylie Cornegay-Lucas is somebody who generated that turnover right there. In her time in college, she was a 2-time CAA Defensive Player of the Year, 2-time first-team All-CAA player. She can get it done on the defensive end. 2-time All-Defensive Team. She can get it done on the defensive end. They're going to need her defensive presence here tonight.
Yeah, Cornegay-Lucas, you mentioned her successful college basketball tenure there over at Towson, and also recorded the program's first triple-double since 1993 as well. So first free throw up for Wilson Briggs, can't fall. While we have a moment, UPSHOT fans, your team, your people, your app is here. UPSHOT is launching a new platform built to bring you closer to the teams, players, and fans you love. Get exclusive experiences, connect with the UPSHOT community, and hear directly from players with takes you won't get anywhere else. Scan the QR code on the screen now to join the waitlist. Early access starts rolling out next week. Get in to UPSHOT. Less than a minute to play here at Vystar Veterans Memorial Arena as Deja Kelly drives in for the and one.
Yeah, that's what Deja Kelly does. Can get to the rim at ease and get to the free throw line. She does a really good job at that.
Yeah, and that's sometimes just all it takes for a player like Deja Kelly, right, to get one bucket as we take a look at this one once again. You see her speed, her athleticism. That's what Charlotte needs, more Deja buckets.
More Deja buckets. You hit the nail, the hammer right on the nail right there, Wendell.
So Kelly getting back to the free throw line. Just 2 of 2 so far from the stripe. See right there, her stats, 8 points, 2 boards, and an assist as she converts the three-point play.
You gotta imagine right now, Charlotte needs a big-time stop in a great offensive possession with 34 to play, bringing that momentum going into the second half.
Every second counts in these championship games. Hurd gets into the lane, threw up a circus shot off the mark. Ball's tapped, and it's going to be Charlotte basketball. So that's a win for itself with the crowd. They get an and one and then a stop on the other end.
I just have to capitalize here. It's only 0.2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. They can run this thing down, get a quality basket. Like I mentioned, that momentum going into the second half is important.
Shot clock inching for life right now. Still on, but technically Charlotte can really hold it for the final shot if they wish. Kelly calling out a set right now for the crowd. Gets a screen from Gerset. Dribbles out to the right wing. 3 seconds remain. Kelly's going to have to put something up. Down to 2. She's going to fire it over to Fulmore instead. And that's not going to do anything. That'll take us to the end of the second quarter as it is officially halftime. Oh, no, not yet. Shot clock violation is what they called. We got to play every 10th of a second in these championship games. So they're going to bring the clock back to 0.2 of a second. Jacksonville will just do whatever they can with this on the clock. 36-30. Waves leading by 6, but Charlotte's done a nice job of crawling back and not letting the Waves build their lead by any more. They did lead as many as 10 early on in this first half, did Jackson. Both teams fighting for the first ever UPSHOT Championship title. And now the second quarter is officially over, and it is halftime here at the Vystar Veterans Memorial Arena, where the Jacksonville Waves lead the Charlotte Crown 36-30 through 2 quarters of play. A back-and-forth game, Alexis, between both of these teams.
Yeah, back and forth for sure right now. Jacksonville just doing an incredible job on the defensive end, limiting Charlotte the best way they can. And right now, I think Charlotte, that's the conversation in the locker room. How can we generate high percentage shot? How can we get out in transition, play in the open floor, play our style of basketball?
Our Claire Geary is with head coach Jess Bogie.
Coach, the big defensive stops was really the game maker in that first half, specifically the second quarter. What clicked?
Yeah, we've been talking about it all week. It's about gang D. Gang D, gang rebound, and I think they've been locked in on that. So, yeah.
Locked in, but what's the message in the locker room going into the second half?
That we still got 20 minutes. That this game isn't over. We got 20 minutes to be on that.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it.
All right, thanks so much, Claire. The UPSHOT League Championship game has delivered everything we could have asked for. Great mascots, great celebrations, and a wonderful crowd, and obviously a wonderful basketball play as well. 36-30, Waves lead by 6. Step aside for a break. You're watching the UPSHOT League. Welcome back into the UPSHOT League. Halftime at Vystar Veterans Memorial Arena. The Waves leading the crown 36-30 in what is a historic night here in Jacksonville, Florida. The inaugural UPSHOT League Championship game. Hello, everybody. Thanks so much again for joining us. She's Alexis Pierce, and I'm Wendell. I'm sorry, Alexis. The atmosphere coming into tonight. We knew it was going to be phenomenal. We knew the play was also going to be all over the place. These two teams are going to come ready, and they sure did, both with Charlotte and Jackson.
Yeah, one thing that's really impressed me is the physicality between these two teams. We talked about the pace. Whoever dominated the pace was going to be the one that really held on to this lead right now. It looks like Jacksonville right now they're playing some stifling defense, and right now it's worked for them. Right now has generated 7 turnovers so far, and they've capitalized off of those turnovers. 10 points off of those 7 turnovers. Right now, Charlotte needs to do a better job of taking care of the basketball.
They sure do. Charlotte trying to get better at scoring inside the paint, but Jacksonville, 3 players with 8 points on their scoring total, including Air Hearn. We knew coming in she was going to be an offensive force, but she has just looked calm, cool, and collected so far in this game.
Absolutely comfortable is what Air Hearn is. She can get it done on both ends of the floor right there, just taking that at AD dirt. She has been the leader for this Jacksonville Waves team, and it's showing tonight, just picking apart this Charlotte Crown defense. And right there, we cannot forget that big-time block over Shaquilla Nunn. Man, she's getting it done. She's getting it done. From the three-point line, from the defensive end, Air Hearn is the leader. As I mentioned earlier on, Wendell, as Air Hearn goes, this Jacksonville Waves team goes.
She sure does. Take a look there at those halftime stats. Obviously, I think the big thing that jumps out is the field goal percentage there for Charlotte. Just 24% from the field in that first half, Alexis.
Yeah, they're struggling. There's a lot credit to that Jacksonville Waves defense. As I mentioned, Wendell is stifling. They're all over Deja Kelly, and I mentioned that earlier on. If they were going to stop Deja Kelly, they would have to make her work. Right now, they're making her work. And the moving parts of Charlotte haven't come along. You talk about players like KK Deans. You talk about players like Reagan Richardson, who have to step up right now when their star isn't performing, so to say, on the offensive end.
Yeah, so good news is you got a whole second half to get things more back on track. Beautiful night in Jacksonville, and halftime here in the Vystar Veterans Memorial Arena. Championship matchup between the Waves and the Crown. Step aside for a break. Back in just a moment. You're watching the UPSHOT League.
At the halftime here at Vystar Arena in sunny Jacksonville, Florida, and standing with me now is Mayor Donna Deegan. How are we doing tonight?
Is this electric? I mean, is this the most incredible environment? I love it so much.
It's an incredible environment, especially given the fact that you are hosting one of 4 UPSHOT teams in its inaugural season. What does that mean to the city?
Well, it means so much. I've always said, and I've always believed, that there is nothing that brings people together like sports. And of course, I'm a huge fan of women's sports. I think it's awesome to see this expansion, and I just can't wait to see where it goes. I mean, you can see how Jacksonville already loves this team. They've just caught fire, and people love it.
And this city has shown up game in and game out. What does that speak to the fan base and how dedicated the folks are here in Jacksonville?
Well, they are, and I said it says a lot about Donna Orender and the folks that brought this team too, but it also says that we are a sports crazy town. And I think anytime you see a sporting event like this come to Jacksonville, people show up in big numbers, and having our hometown team here with this women's team that's been so successful and great, it's been wonderful. To have this game is a great honor for us.
Having this game, having that relationship, what do you look towards the future of what UPSHOT could be, considering the fact that you're the foundation of this league?
Well, listen, when we found out that they were talking about putting this league together, I raised my hand and said, we have to be involved. We knew Donna would want us to be involved. We had to get everybody on the same page, but I think the sky's the limit for it. I really do. Obviously, everybody's focused on the WNBA, but this is a wonderful league that is allowing so many women to participate and perhaps at one point play in the WNBA.
And giving opportunities is part of what Jacksonville is known for. So much expansion in just the sports culture alone. However, there's so much else to be shown for this city outside of sports, and that's what makes this a great community as a whole.
Well, I've always said we have the best city in America. And we have this gorgeous river that's right outside the back doors here. We have a beautiful beach, and people are starting to discover us. I think that if you take a look around downtown, around this building, you'll see cranes up everywhere. We're gaining 17,000 residents every year. And people just are finally discovering what a jewel this is. I think some people are happy about that. Maybe some people aren't. I'm thrilled. I love to see people discovering our beautiful city. And sports has always been at the center. Honestly, college football started out being the big craze here. But we found out that with all the sports that came, with hockey, with basketball, obviously NFL football, they're always well supported because people love sports here. Great sports town.
If you had one thing to say to your entire sports fan base here in the city of Jacksonville, what would it be?
Oh, I'd say get out here and support these ladies. I mean, this is an incredible level of ball, and they're doing a great job tonight. All of them love it.
Thank you so much, Mayor Deegan. And the city of Jacksonville has everything you could want and more. The beaches, the sports, the community, and so much more. We'll see you on the other side. It's halftime here at Vystar Arena.
From the opening tip-off to the final whistle, every call matters. At Refology, we believe referees deserve the same level of opportunity as the athletes on the floor. That's why we built a platform designed to help officials prepare, perform, and grow at every level of the game. Through expert-led coaching, real game experience, and a community built on shared knowledge and honest conversations, Refology gives referees the tools to step into their biggest moments with confidence. Visit Refology.com and take the next step on your officiating journey today.
What does it take to level up as a referee? It takes opportunity, it takes preparation, and it takes a community that's invested in your growth. Refology is where referees come together to get better through practical coaching, real game feedback, and live support from experienced leaders who understand the game. If you want to level up your craft wherever you are in your officiating journey, Refology helps you show up ready. Refology.com, where referees grow together. Welcome back into this live presentation of the UPSHOT. A gorgeous Saturday evening here in Jacksonville, Florida. The site of the inaugural UPSHOT League Championship game featuring the Jacksonville Waves and the Charlotte Crown. Still halftime. The Waves leading 36-30. One team can get that beautiful trophy, Alexis Pierce. Will it be the Waves or will it be the Crown? Hello, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us for UPSHOT Basketball. Alexis Pierce, Wendell Epps here with you. This has been a fun contest and lots of players playing with lots on the line so far. As we head into the second half, Alexis, what do you think is going to be the biggest key for both teams?
Yeah, the biggest key for Charlotte, like I mentioned earlier on, Wendell, is them taking care of the basketball. They have to be able to, like I mentioned, take care of the basketball and get out in open transition court. They are thriving when they get out in open transition. Player like Deja Kelly loves that. And then for Jacksonville, they just have to continue to do what they've been doing. I think they're playing well defensively, and that's something that Jacksonville Waves coach Jess Bogie mentioned. She said they want to be able to defend at a high level in ball screen defense as well as rebound the basketball at a high level, and I think they are.
Yeah, so much more to come here with UPSHOT. And the great thing about this UPSHOT League is they got to recognize their stellar talents as well. Yeah. This is a look at the confirmed all-UPSHOT team. We've got Ariel Hearn from the Jacksonville Waves, Deja Kelly repping the Charlotte Crown, Diamond Johnson from the Greensboro Groove, who had a stellar start to her UPSHOT League season, Renaya Davis from the Jacksonville Waves, and Shaquilla Nunn for the Charlotte Crown. So 4 of the 5 players on that list, Alexis, are playing in tonight's championship game.
Yeah, that says a lot about these two teams. You talk about the number 1 and the number 2 team in the UPSHOT League, and then you talk about this Jacksonville team who stuck together, and we talked about just the continuity that they've had on the floor. It's showing tonight, but congratulations to these players, Ariel Hearn, Deja Kelly, Diamond Johnson, Renaya Davis, Shaquilla Nunn, just getting it done.
An all-UPSHOT team, well-deserved. And you take a look at those league awards right there, including Shaquilla Nunn, Defensive Player of the Year, Taylor Soule, 6th Woman of the Year. So lots of great talent all on display, and so awesome to see that these players are being recognized for their awards. Ariel Hearn, too. So lots of talent in UPSHOT, and only more to come. Now, there are 4 teams here in the inaugural year of the UPSHOT League, and we're going to take a look here at this graphic that'll show you what I'm talking about, that the future is up, thanks to Commissioner Donna Orender. Up, up, up. That's what it's all about. The Charlotte Crown and the Jacksonville Waves here tonight, but they got the Greensboro Groove and Savannah Steel also that played this year, launched back in May. 2 new teams announced for 2027, Alexis. You got UPSHOT Baltimore. They'll be announcing their name and logos on September 10th. And then you got UPSHOT Nashville over in the Music City. That's going to be fun. They'll be announcing their name and logos on September 15th. And you love it because these are markets that don't have pro women's basketball in them yet. But when you look at Baltimore and Nashville, what excites you about the fact that we're going to see pro women's basketball in those 2 cities next year?
That's a great opportunity. I think there's always need to bring women's basketball anywhere. And we talked about it with a lot of these different players, a lot of these coaches. The appetite for women's basketball is everywhere. Everybody watches women's sports. And the fact that we're already expanding to next year, Baltimore and Nashville are amazing cities to have some women's basketball there. Absolutely.
It certainly is. And it's a great thing. You'll be able to maybe even have players that are from those areas be able to play pro basketball there as well. And you see Air Hearn holding that nice trophy right there. Well-deserved honor for Air Hearn. The Waves lead 36-30 here. Both teams on the floor doing their final halftime warm-ups. And Claire Geary has some more updates for us. Let's send it over to Claire.
Part of the message that Coach Odom emphasized at halftime, guys, was the matter of fact that they need to lock down on defense, described it as non-existent, and really just wants them to lock in and play true to who they are. They've gotten to the better of them in the past during the regular season. However, this is a brand new ball game. In addition to that, they have to get back. That's exactly where Jacksonville has taken advantage of them and gotten the edge. So it all starts with getting back and rebuilding the confidence, guys.
Thanks so much, Claire. Yeah, Tricia Stafford Odom, head coach that has a lot of coaching experience in her playing days. She talked about that with us earlier at Shoot Around. Played 36 games in the WNBA from 01 to 02 with the Houston Comets, who will be making their return next year to the W. And the Miami Soul, probably one of the coolest names you could have for a W team. But you know Coach Stafford Odom, Alexis, is going to have his team ready to come out and play strong to begin the second half.
Absolutely. When she talked about cultivating a roster and being a GM for the Charlotte Crown team, she said it was a huge responsibility for her to put on her GM hat and bring in players that could fit her program, to be molded into her program. And I don't doubt, without a second in my mind, that this TSO team is going to bring that TSO basketball here in the second half.
TSO basketball, the best kind of basketball for the Charlotte Crown. And Jacksonville Waves have been able to have their moments in that first half. A combination of players like Air Hearn, Lindsey Pulliam, doing their thing out there for the Waves. If you're Jacksonville, Alexis, you got a chance. An historic night, being able to get a championship in the city that you've been playing in all year long. What do you think it's going to take for the Waves to try and pull this one out tonight?
Like Claire mentioned with Coach Jess Bogie, there's 20 minutes of basketball left to be played. You can't settle. You can't rest on your laurels right here. If anything, you got to pick it up. You got to continue to play better second half than you did in that first half. Defense is going to be pivotal for both of these two teams.
Got a lot of special guests in the building, including Cheryl Miller, who mentioned is one of the investors here in this UPSHOT League. Obviously a women's basketball legend, and so great to see Cheryl give back here to UPSHOT and believing in what this league has already done, but what they can continue to become. This is professional women's basketball, and this is elite professional women's basketball. Alexis, a lot of talent and a lot of support from a lot of fans all throughout.
Yeah, you gotta love it. You gotta love this crowd being able to come out and watch this championship game right now. It all boils down to, Wendell, who wants it more right now. And for Jacksonville, you checked a lot of boxes, regular season champs. You got one more box to check in your hometown, on your home court. And I know Jacksonville wants to do that here tonight.
They certainly do. And again, this is a game where all four teams, you're seeing representation from them, including some Charlotte Crown friends that have made the trip from the Queen City and being able to represent the Crown here for this UPSHOT League title. Even some folks from Savannah Steel and the Greensboro group, including players. All coaches are in attendance here. Janice Washington from the Greensboro group, Takara Ross from the Savannah Steel. So great weekend celebrating all four UPSHOT teams. Second half is officially underway as a turnover for Charlotte to begin this second half. This is Davis. Waves go around the horn. Three ball from Walker is money.
Wendell, we talked about that positionless basketball, and Jasmine Walker is one of those players who can stretch the floor, who can bang inside. But right there, just a knockdown jump shot by Jasmine Walker in the start of this third quarter.
Jasmine Walker, one of the other vets on this Waves team. 31% from long range, scored a season high 15 points in her first UPSHOT game against the Charlotte Crown. Sellers kick out to Hearn, defended by Deja Kelly. Two of the league's best going at it. They switch as Nunn wasn't ready for it, and Hearn gets inside for the and one.
Yeah, just right there seems like some miscommunication defensively by the Charlotte Crown. And Air Hearn, just an easy lane. She part of the Red Sea and got an and one to the basket right there. Jasmine Walker, nice rotation on that basketball and nailed it. And Air Hearn, just easy and one. Tough.
Can't give Air Hearn easy looks like that. She's going to take that every day of the week as Hearn converts the three-point play there.
Can't give Air Hearn daylight at all.
First player tonight on either side to reach double digits is Air Hearn. 11 points, 4 of 8 from the field, 2 of 3 from long range. Kelly gets a hard screen. Fullmore. And Charlotte will try to answer with a 3 as Durr can't hit. The Waves now largest lead of the night, up by 12. Davis trying to get open in that low block. One-on-one against Quinzaya Fullmore. Davis muscling her way inside and misses. Here comes Deja Kelly at 9 points in that first half for Charlotte, including an and one late in the second quarter. This is Nunn spinning her way into the lane, everything but the finish. And Hearn will launch a pass to Sellers on the other end. Sellers spinning and winning. And Davis gets a steal off the inbound from Fullmore. Misses as Kelly gets it back, but man, Jacksonville almost at 4 points in less than 20 seconds.
801 for Jacksonville. And right there, that steal by Renaya Davis, that's winning plays. That's championship level plays right there, Wendell.
It sure is, Alexis. Those are the kind of plays that can make you a champion. And Jacksonville right now wants it as Davis gets the board off the Walker miss. And that's going to be another jump ball. How about this start to the second half, Alexis, for Jacksonville? I mean, it's as perfect can be.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I mentioned, 8-0 run for Jacksonville. And we talked about that first half. Charlotte just not being able to finish.
Charlotte trying to get that field goal percentage up, especially inside the paint. Trisha Safford-Odom just walked over to half court to tell the officials that she wanted to call a timeout. So that'll take us to our first media timeout. All Waves to begin this third quarter, leading by 14. Back in just a moment. You're watching the UPSHOT League. UPSHOT fans, your team, your people, your app is here. UPSHOT is launching a new fan platform to bring you closer to the teams, players, and fans you love. Get exclusive experiences, connect with the UPSHOT community, and hear directly from players with takes you won't get anywhere else. Scan the QR code on the screen now to join the waitlist. Early access starts rolling out next week. Get in to UPSHOT. Got a lot of big names in the building here for this UPSHOT Championship game. Tamika Catchings, Ann Myers-Drysdale, Cheryl Miller. The list goes on and on. Women's basketball pioneers, Alexis.
What you're looking at right now on your television screens, ladies and gentlemen, greatness. Greatness across that bench right there behind Coach Jess Bogie. These are players that have been pioneers within this women's basketball game.
They sure have certainly paved the way for so many people as Deja Kelly gets the and one out of the timeout. So nice response there from Charlotte. And Myers-Drysdale also has the league MVP named after her, an incredible honor. I know I asked her about that when I got to speak with her last night. She was like, man, I was surprised. Like, this is such an honor, but certainly well-deserved. I mean, that's got to be very cool for Ann Myers.
Yeah, absolutely. You talk about a person who's just been, like I mentioned, first of all, she's a Hall of Famer.
Yes.
She's a woman of many firsts in her career, and she doesn't take that lightly at all. So Air Hearn receiving that Ann Myers-Drysdale award is huge.
Certainly a huge honor, and Ann is certainly very invested in today's women's basketball game as well. Near shot clock violation. Here comes Deja Kelly now for Charlotte. The launch to Durr for three on the other end. Rattles home.
And right there we just saw Deja Kelly with the basket, Deja Durr with the basket. That's what they're going to need right now.
Charlotte back within single digits, trying to mount a comeback here. Davis was looking down low for Walker, but overthrew her. Namesake of League MVP award, Ann Myers-Drysdale. And Aaron Hearn announced recently as the inaugural UPSHOT League MVP. Ann Myers-Drysdale also really close friends with Commissioner Donna Orender as well. They go way back.
Way back.
Played together back in the day.
The WBL.
Yeah, the WBL. Oh my gosh. So many great players in that league. And how about Kylie Cornegay-Lucas knocking down that triple? All of a sudden, don't look now, folks, Charlotte's within 6. And Jess Bogie's seen enough. She's going to call a quick timeout. As Charlotte has responded immensely after that last timeout huddle.
Yeah, one thing about it, the Charlotte Crown team, as we mentioned, knows what's at stake right now, and there's no better time to get going here in this third quarter.
So Jacksonville is going to try to get back on track right now. And Claire Geary is hopefully momentarily we'll have a special guest that we'll be able to talk to, but the atmosphere, I'd love to see all of this, and we got a lot of people, including Shaq. Here's Claire Geary.
Currently sitting courtside with Shaquille O'Neal. Thanks so much for the time. What does it mean for the UPSHOT League to exist and give opportunities for women in basketball?
I mean, I think it's a great thing. I've always said women play a lot harder and a lot smarter than the guys in basketball, so I'm happy for this league, giving a lot of young females the opportunity to continue to play.
And continuing to play and build their skills here in the UPSHOT is a unique way. We've seen players go international and to the W. What does it mean to kind of fill this gap within the sport in the ever-growing section of it?
Well, I don't see any difference between the UPSHOT and the WNBA. No disrespect to the WNBA, but these girls are really good.
And so far, what has stood out to you between these two teams on the floor tonight?
I mean, I like the way they play. They're playing hard. They're playing together. The place is packed, so, obviously, they have a great fan base, and may the best team win.
Shaq, thanks so much for the time, and let's get back to action.
All right, thank you.
Thanks so much, Claire. Wonderful stuff. Great to have Shaq here in the building. Love that he shouted out the crowd, all the support as well. And hey, UPSHOT League uniforms are in our inaugural season are powered by Dunkman. And thank you to the big man himself, Shaquille O'Neal, for powering these dynamic and unique uniforms and kits in year one of UPSHOT basketball. So the Waves and the Crown. Action has resumed here at Vystar Veterans Memorial Arena. Wendell Epps, Alexis Peary, Claire Geary, our fantastic production crew with us tonight from downtown Jacksonville as Jasmine Walker knocks down the tray ball out of the timeout.
Yeah, that was really great execution out of the timeout right there from Jess Bogie. She knew she needed to get her squad rattled in right there and called a timeout. Really big-time play by Jasmine Walker.
Pulliam took a shot to the face as she falls down, but is assessed with the blocking foul. So just about 5:38 to play here in quarter number 3. You can definitely tell that both the Crown and the Waves still want it. We know basketball is a game of runs. No lead is safe in a game like this.
Absolutely. Especially, and I'm going to keep going back because, I mean, this is a championship game
Right.
with so much on the line right now. Both of these two teams, the top two teams in the league, they've shown why they're here, why they're meant to be here in this moment. And Charlotte is not going to lay down, neither is Jacksonville.
Kelly's little runner can't fall. I hope these teams, 34 regular season games they had to show their worth. Jacksonville 25-9 in the regular season. Charlotte second place at 23-11. Hearn fakes, takes, and misses. Had a good look there. She got Cornegay Lucas to bite. This is Kelly. Looking down low for Grissett. Now will drive inside, draws contact, and Deja Kelly doing what she does, drawing fouls.
Yeah, absolutely. Deja Kelly just so crafty, getting people to bite, as you mentioned earlier. She does a really good job at that. Easy baskets for Charlotte is what they need.
Indeed, especially considering the fact that this is a Charlotte Crown team that's been to the line. 7 shot attempts, 6 makes. Deja Kelly 3 of 3 from the line tonight. Jacksonville's already taken 13 shots from the stripe. Deja Kelly, what a story for her. Native of San Antonio, had a stint with Las Vegas last year in preseason play. That was after 4 seasons at UNC before playing her final season at Oregon. She was McDonald's All-American back in 2020, 5-star recruit. Has a huge following too on social media, Alexis. Over 500,000 Instagram followers.
One thing that I've been impressed with by Deja Kelly is just not her ability to just be a really great ball player, but she's a great person.
Yes.
She's a businesswoman. She has so many different facets about herself, and she does it at a high level. Really impressed by just her overall.
Yeah, Kelly and Hearn have been the 2 stars to watch. Kelly with 13 points on the night, Hearn with 11 for Jacksonville. Got the reach and foul assessed there on Jacksonville. So the Waves will take it out here from the side. Leading by 7. Take a look there, head coach Jess Bogie trying to lead her squad to the first UPSHOT Championship. Hearn picked up by Grissett. Swings it over to Walker, wide open Jay, just tapped out. The other end, it's Kelly weaving her way into the lane, trying to draw contact. Didn't get an offensive foul called on Charlotte. Jacksonville loves it, Charlotte doesn't.
They're going to call that on Deja Kelly.
They did. That's going to be the 3rd foul on Deja Kelly as well. UPSHOT do play 4 10-minute quarters, foul out at 6. And Cheyenne Sellers hits the baseline J from the left side.
And Cheyenne Sellers, only her 3rd field goal on the night.
Yeah, she can get more active offensively. That's going to open a lot up for Jacksonville. Durr, Cornegay Lucas, 3. Off the mark. Jacksonville can regain the lead up to double digits here, and they do.
Yeah, that was just too easy for Jasmine Walker. And really great pass away from the defender, right to where Jasmine Walker could catch it and just go right up with it.
How about all 5 Jacksonville starters already with 7 or more points? A balanced scoring effort on the side of the Waves. As Grissett gets fouled, she'll shoot 2.
Yeah, you talk about a Jacksonville Waves team that has been together since day one. And you're seeing that continuity on the floor right now.
Yeah, that's been a big storyline for Jacksonville. They haven't had to deal with what some of the other UPSHOT League teams have had to deal with, which is constant roster changes, players in and out of the line. They've just had that steady roster that they could trust game in and game out.
Yep. We talked to Coach Jess Bogie. She can rely on anybody on any given night.
Lele Grissett at the line, misses the first free throw. Grissett, 5 seasons played at the University of South Carolina. Don Staley's Gamecocks. She had been playing overseas the past few years in France, Lebanon, but now back in the States playing with the Charlotte Crown.
National champion.
Yes,
well,
that was an incredible year for the South Carolina. 2022.
Yeah. Well, she knows what it takes to win a championship as well.
Kelly on the other end can't hit the 3 as Bulgak corrals the rebound. Waves will slow things down as Hearn works the points. Now has the matchup against Grissett. Bulgak just shoved down KK Deans, and that's going to be an offensive foul. I believe officials will also take a look for a potential hostile act.
Yeah, Bulgak already got a technical earlier in the first half as well, so that'll be something to keep an eye on.
Fans at Vystar Veterans Memorial Arena not happy. Let's take another look at this.
Yeah, I don't know if it was hostile. I don't know if I would deem that hostile. I think that was just a really good heads-up play there by KK Dean. What do you think, partner?
Yeah, I mean, it's a championship, right? You got to understand that these two teams are going to play physical. So I think, you do got to let them play a little bit, but I think they're doing the right thing, at least discussing this. And if they take a look and they see something, this will be clear, conclusive evidence, right? Yeah. That is a hostile act. So
absolutely. One thing that our refs have done a really good job of this season is protecting the players.
Yes,
that's what you want to do.
Player safety is a priority, so I don't blame them for looking at this. I think it's definitely a play that is worth at least looking at just to see. Appreciate everyone spending your Saturday evening with us. Wherever you may be watching, you are tuned in to this live presentation of the UPSHOT League. We're going to take a look at another angle of this last play between Bulgak and KK Deans. See Bulgak there, the push off. Deans tumbling down to the ground, immediately was assessed as an offensive foul, and then official said, we got to take a look at this one to see what's going on. Should get official ruling here in just a moment of what the final call will be. But as you mentioned, Alexis, the Bulgak needs to be careful with that last text she received earlier in the game. Third quarter that has seen the Waves outscore the Crown narrowly, 15-11. The Waves have outscored the Crown in every quarter, but no more than 3 points, at least so far, in the first 2 quarters of this game tonight. So plenty of time left for Charlotte to try and mount a comeback, and obviously they'll be looking at their anchor, Deja Kelly, to lead the way. So call has been confirmed, nothing too crazy, just a common offensive foul on a Duke Bulgak. So officials did a good job looking it over, make sure that they were making the right call, and they did right there.
Yeah, like I mentioned, I didn't think it was nothing unnecessary.
Yeah, exactly. Now the elbow, stuff like that, that's a totally different story. So we're back underway as Charlotte is within 10, approaching 3 minutes here in our third quarter. This is Kelly weaving her way against Bulgak. Step back, Jay, saucing and crossing for 2.
As you mentioned, Wendell, they're going to be looking to Deja Kelly right here to get some baskets for them, and right there, just a knockdown jump shot by Deja Kelly. And she's a player that really can get going in a quarter and score 20 plus. I've seen it happen.
15 points for Kelly. She has yet to hit a 3. She's only taken 1 shot from long range. Cornegay Lucas, a little runner can't fall. Ward's corralled by Renee Davis saying, give me that.
I don't like that offensive possession right there after you just capitalized earlier on. You got to be able to string possessions together, and right there, that wasn't a quality look.
Now you got to get in the flow, build consistency.
Yes.
Pointer. Picked up by Grissett, looking for Bulgak, passes tipped and intercepted. Here comes Grissett, it's a 2-on-2, faking, taking, and missing there is Lele Grissett. On the other end, this is Sellers. Waves wasting no time as Cheyenne Sellers draws contact. She'll head to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, Lily Brissett, over 5 on the night. She just been missing some bunnies. Very uncharacteristic for Lily.
So Cheyenne Sellers, a recognizable face. Women's basketball. Had 12-plus points in each of her final 6 games of the regular season. Even had a triple-double against the Greensboro Groove back on August 7th, too.
The first ever triple-double in league history.
Yes, made history with that mark. And that's just what Cheyenne Sellers is so good at. Such a versatile player. She can score inside and out. We were talking about that earlier. Very versatile for her young age.
Yeah, savvy. They call her Rook, but she's been playing like a vet.
Hey, she played like a vet. You're getting the triple-double.
Hey, what can you say now?
Yeah, I was going to say, that Rook title might go away sooner rather than later. Might got to get the MVP chance rolling in soon, right?
But you got to love it, Cheyenne Sellers, just her growth throughout this season.
Rapid rise for Cheyenne Sellers, and I'm sure she would tell you that she would credit her vets like Era Hearn, Duke Bolgak, and of course, head coach Jess Bogie and the rest of the staff. How about a quick trigger for KK Deans that rattles out? Not afraid to shoot 3 ball is Dean. She knocked down 2 in the first half. 2 minutes remain here in our third quarter. Inaugural UPSHOT League Championship game. Waves lead by 10. Bolgak, Pulio, slicing and dicing her way into the lane. Couldn't get the finish, but she'll shoot 2.
Does a really good job of getting herself in position to be effective offensively, whether it's in that mid-range game, whether it's to the free throw line, whether it's to the basket. She does a really good job in that department.
First free throws of the night for Lindsey Pulliam, native of Silver Springs, Maryland, played her college ball at Bradley, Rutgers, and ended at Purdue. 27th pick in the 2021 WNBA draft by the Atlanta Dream. Player that's got a lot of talent on her side, and she's came ready to play. I feel like she's definitely been a big X factor for the Waves tonight. This free throw makes, gets the lead back up to 12 for Jacksonville. Kelly gets inside. Oh, she missed the money with the left hand.
And I hate to say it, partner, but that's just the kind of night that Charlotte has just been having, unfortunately. Just easy baskets just haven't been falling for them.
I mean, you look at all those misses they've had around the rim. It's about 5, 6. I mean, it could be close to a tied game. Maybe even Charlotte has the lead if some of those baskets fall down. Reagan Richardson, though, uses glass.
And maybe that's what Charlotte needs to do. Use our friend, the backboard, a little bit.
They tell you that at a young age, and that sticks with you, I tell you. You got to use the glass. Offensive foul on the other end there for Jacksonville. So Charlotte's going to get another crack. Now, this is what you were talking about earlier, Lex. Great point about that. Now, Charlotte got a bucket, stop. They need to find a way to get a bucket on this end of the floor, too.
Got to string together those possessions. But I would like for Charlotte to run something right here, execute something offensively. Nothing one-on-one, nothing to where that Jacksonville is really able to play that help side defense, get some ball screens, get some balls going from side to side. They have to look for a quality shot right here to get this thing down.
Yeah, look for maybe Shaquilla Nunn. I mean, no points for Nunn so far tonight, but she has been a big X factor down low in their wins this season. There's the board for Nunn. Might get a shot attempt here. She draws the contact and will shoot 2, so right on cue.
Right on cue.
There you go.
Yeah,
love when that happens.
Yeah, love when that happens. Great assist right there, partner.
I mean, Nunn was a player that averaged over 10 points a game against Jacksonville. In 8 games she played against them this regular season. 12 double-doubles, too.
Yeah, I mentioned that, though, that last game that they played, Jacksonville held Shaquilla Nunn then as well. Only 5 points that last game in OT. So they've played some really good defense, knowing that Shaquilla Nunn is very versatile on that offensive end, can really get it done.
And that's a luxury when you see a team so many times. You get to make these adjustments. Head coach Jess Bogie and her staff, they know what Shaquilla Nunn is capable of doing.
Yeah, adjustments, big word there, especially with how many times they can throw the playbook at them. Both of these teams will know.
Right on. Less than 30 seconds to play here in quarter number 3. Shot clock down to 7. Pulliam, pull up Jay, rattles out. None's there for the board. Shot clock's officially dark. Crown can hold it for the final shot if they wish. Renegade Lucas said, you know what, I'm just going to do a little Euro hop into the lane and finishes with the left hand for 2.
That was tough by Renegade Lucas. Much needed basket right there.
Soul set the hard screen, no call. None was called for the foul. She couldn't believe it. But she was hoping for the foul called as Megan Richardson took a hard shot to the ground. Obviously hope that she's okay.
I'd argue that was on that foul right. That could have been a foul right there.
Yeah,
going the other way.
It was a bang play.
Yeah.
We'll take a look at this sequence again to get a better look.
Ooh, maybe not.
I mean, having covered Taylor Soul before when I was in Minnesota, I know she's a physical player.
Yeah.
She's got a bulldog mentality, but yeah. Heart and soul of the team.
Yeah.
I love to hear that. I call her the Soul Train. I like to play a lot with Taylor Soul's name. I mean, whenever you got a cool ass name of a player, you got to play a lot.
Yeah.
So Caleb Pointer at the line now for Jacksonville. Gets that shot, 5 seconds remain. I have a feeling we're going to be in for a very electric fourth quarter, Alexis.
And I'm just waiting on that moment when
you know it's going to pop.
I know it's going to pop, and I'm just waiting on it. I know this Charlotte Crown team is not going to lay down.
Pointer goes 2 for 2 from the strike. 5 seconds remain. Full court press being activated from the Waves, and there's Soul, and Dean's getting into it again. Soul got right up and just started letting out a roar. This time, it's going to be a foul called on Taylor Soul. And both teams are in the bonus, so this is going to be free throws for Charlotte. We'll take a look at a replay of this foul assessed on Soul. Officials are going to take a look at this and get together for a discussion. Both teams heading back to their respective huddles. You see Soul getting the team together, dapping her teammates up. That's obviously the big thing, too, in championship games, composure, too, Alexis. Through, these kind of things are going to happen. Physical plays, tough calls, but you got to fight through it.
Got to fight through them. And I love that Taylor Soul is clapping her group up.
I think every championship team needs a player like that. You need that nasty edge, that energetic soul, no pun intended again, that can come in there and bring that intensity for you.
Previous plays under review to see if there's a hostile
See Shaq talking to Tricia Stafford Odom right now. Shaq might be pleading his case of what he saw in that play. Our score right now between Jacksonville and Charlotte. Officials still looking at it right now. Ann Myers-Drysdale's getting a nice shout out on the celeb cam, which is great to see her getting that recognition. She deserves all the recognition in the world, especially when you got the trophy name on you. You were one of the investors in the league. Big supporter of these young ladies.
Yeah. We got a chance to break bread with her
we
last
sure
night.
did, while eating bread.
Yeah, well, literally eating bread, literally.
Some good bread, mind you.
Yeah, and she just, dropped some gems on us, just as her being, a talent as well, working ESPN and covering games, and just, dropping some gems for the young professionals in this space. So you gotta love it.
Says a lot about her, too. Yeah. She talked to us for a very extended period of time. She did not have to do that, but she heard that we were calling the championship game, wanted to offer some words of advice. Great hearing more about her story, and obviously, as you're right, successful broadcasting career, now color analyst with the Phoenix Mercury for their telecast. She has done it all. Officials are still taking a look at this last sequence. And we got to give a moment again just to shout out the fantastic crowd that's showing up here tonight in Jacksonville. All those of you watching too on the UPSHOT League YouTube stream. So you got over 1,400 viewers right now, which is absolutely incredible. And it shows you, Alexis, the demand for women's basketball.
The demand for women's basketball, man is their appetite for women's basketball in totality, to watch these women showcase their talent night in, night out. And like Shaquille O'Neal mentioned, you got some really good ball players out on the floor. The product on the floor is undeniable. Why not support these women?
Lots of talent indeed. Again, this is the play, if you're just joining us, that the officials are looking at. Taylor Soule getting tied up there. And she was called for the foul, looking for a potential hostile act. Second time the officials are looking at this here in this quarter.
What I do know, though, Wendell, this call can't be overturned.
That's a good point.
Yeah, this call cannot be overturned. Only a challenge can happen in the 2-minute mark in the fourth quarter. So no call can be overturned. If anything, can be a possible upgrade, but not overturned. That's not what they're looking at here.
It's a great nugget there for sure, Alexis. And yeah, that's a thing. We just got 5 seconds left in this third quarter, so both teams definitely has been an extended review. I'm pretty sure that guy's just waiting to get basketball back on action. I don't blame you, buddy. It'll be back soon, I promise y'all. But of course, the officials just want to make sure that they're looking out on the players' safety and best interest of the game as well. Third quarter that has been a battle between Charlotte and Jacksonville Waves, outscoring the Crown 21-18. We had an early timeout call from Tricia Safford Odom after the Waves came out soaring to begin the third quarter, but Charlotte had a nice little response there that's at least keeping them in the game right now.
Yeah, in striking distance for sure. And like you mentioned, Wendell, I think we're in a treat for the fourth quarter.
We certainly are. Just 10 more minutes of history's made, right? First UPSHOT League champion. I mean, everyone in this building is being a part of history, which is the beauty of sports, the beauty of an inaugural league like the UPSHOT League, where the future is up.
The future is up.
The future is up.
It's up, and it's up, and it's up.
Moving on up. Here we go.
I had to throw that in there. I'm sorry.
Hey. Do your thing, Alexis. Do your thing. There's a reason you're here calling this game, right?
After review, there was no hostile act. We'll resume play with the away from the play foul. We'll shoot one free throw, Charlotte, number 5, and go to point of interruption.
So we did get an official ruling here at Vystar Veterans Memorial Arena. 5 seconds left. Going to get official. So it's an away from the play foul is what the call is. So we're going to get one shot and then the ball back coming up right now for Charlotte. And it'll be KK Deans to shoot it here for the Crown. Deans, 86% free throw shooter in the regular season. That was a team high, so not surprised to see her taking the shot here. Didn't jinx her, so that was a good sign. So 5 seconds on the clock. Charlotte now within 8. Full court press coming here from Jacksonville, similar to what they did a quarter ago. Charlotte will try to get one final bucket to end this third period. Deans with 2. She's going to have to heave something up. She will! On target! Almost got that one to drop. That was as expensive a look as you could have gotten.
So that almost went in.
That takes us to the end of a wild third quarter, but stick with us. We crown a champion in 10 minutes. UPSHOT basketball continues right after this. The future is up, and we are up at the UPSHOT League Championship game. You see Commissioner of the UPSHOT League, Donna Orander, on your screen right there. Certainly has got to be pleased with what this game has brought. It's brought energy, it's brought fun, and it's brought talent. The Waves and the Crown. Only one can be deemed the UPSHOT League champion. We're about to find out who will be. 57-49, Waves lead. Thanks so much for joining us on this Saturday night. Wendell Epps here to bring you today's broadcast play-by-play. Got our lovely analysts here, Alexis Pierce, Claire Geary, working the sidelines, and our fantastic production crew in the truck outside here. Vystar Veterans Memorial Arena doing their great work for tonight's championship broadcast. So, Waves beginning this fourth quarter. Keys for both teams here in this final stretch, Alexis.
Stop Air Hearn.
Stop Air Hearn's a good start, but fortunately for Charlotte, they couldn't do it on the first possession as she gets a quick layup. Deans tries to answer on the other end, draws contact, and a foul. She'll shoot two.
No, but all jokes aside, right now in this fourth quarter with only 9:40 to play and so much to play for, if you're Jacksonville, continue to do what you're doing. Defend at a high level, execute at a high level. They knows what is at stake right now. And if you're Charlotte right now, you can't get all in one possession. You got to 3 stops in a row, which that's what we used to say. Our coaches say, get 3 stops in a row. Momentum on the defensive end is what is going to allow them to convert offensively.
One step at a time, indeed. Deans knocks down the first free throw, now up to 8 points, 2 of 2 from the line, 4 assists, plus 5 in her box score total. She's taken 6 3-pointers. Her and A.D. Durham taking a combined 13 shots from long range tonight. Hearn working against Deans near center court, gets a screen from Renaya Davis. Now Davis working down low, the kick out to Hearn, looking for more. She's got 13 points so far, team eye for the Waves. How about Renaya Davis trying to knock down her first 3 of the night? Unable to there though. The other end, this is Kelly, game high 15 points, make it 17. Deja Kelly's rolling.
Yeah, Deja Kelly, fourth quarter type of player. Right now she sees there's a sense of urgency.
Yeah. You can tell the look on her face right now. She's locked in. Charlotte's just within 6. Making things interesting down the stretch. Sellers. This is Walker. Dangerous pass down low, intercepted by Richardson. Richardson surveying the floor. Charlotte will reset. They give it back to their star, Deja Kelly. Gets in, blocked, but a second chance in Grissett. Right place, right time.
I don't know when that wasn't a block. Did she dump that off to Lily? I don't know.
Oh, hey, I mean, with Deja Kelly, you never want to take a replay of that to see. From here, courtside, it looked like a block, but you're right. I wouldn't have not been surprised if that was actually a pass, which would be insane. Sellers, how about that was a pass? I can tell you that. Finding Renaya Davis for the deuce. And the pace starting to ramp up in Jacksonville as a turnover there. Richardson doing right to a sea of Waves players. Less than 8 to play. Some Let's Go Waves chants erupting here in Jacksonville. Hearn lost control of the ball, picks up her dribble. Fires a deep rainbow 3. And Grissett pulls in the board. Deans, Richardson, butter!
I love that Lily was bringing up the ball right there. Looks like Jacksonville was a little out of sorts with that. Ford bringing up the basketball, left it wide open. Rhea Richardson right there just knocked down the shot to get this game down within. Oh, we're in a one possession
game, Alexis. We're in it.
Don't
Davis
look now.
Trying to change it. Can't hit the turnaround jade ball. Fox Worker set has it. It's a 5-on-4 as Pulliam slow to get up. Bounce pass. Kelly. Cornegay Lucas. Kelly 3. In and out. Ball's tapped, goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Charlotte.
I don't know, Wendell. The roof would have blew off this place. Deja Kelly knocked that down. But right there, just a really good ball movement. by Charlotte. See, I don't know, Wendell.
Oh.
I think that was a dump-off pass.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, though.
We've seen it all here in Upshot this season as Kelly gets into the lane, can't finish, but drew contact and a foul. And this is just what Deja Kelly does. She gets to the line, and when she does, good things happen more often than not.
Great things happening. And I remember on May 15th in that inaugural game, Deja Kelly went to the line a ton to get that win over Jacksonville.
31 points, 14 rebounds, 8 assists, and 3 steals in that game for Deja Kelly. 17 free throw attempts. Are you
17
kidding me?
free throw attempts. 13 for 17 at the line.
Some people can't even get that in the season, depending on their playing time. But Deja Kelly got that in one game in an opening night that was right here in this building. A game that Charlotte won 103-95. Greensboro grew. Savannah Steel had a great game as well that night for the inaugural Upshot games. Crowned within 1 right now.
Wow.
As Kelly makes. Buckle up, folks. Get your popcorn ready. Whatever you got to do to make yourself feel comfortable. Inaugural Upshot Championship game delivering to perfection.
Yeah, to think that this Jacksonville team was once leading by 14 points. And Charlotte was able to get this thing down within 1 right now. They have an opportunity to take the lead for the first time since the first quarter at the 7-minute mark. Wow.
Huge for Charlotte. Jess Bogie wants to talk things over with her Waves squad. So the Crown have been climbing back, repping the Queen City. Back in just a moment. You're watching the Upshot League. A beautiful night here in Jacksonville, Florida. Temperatures tonight in the low 80s and history being made here in Jacksonville at Vystar Veterans Memorial Arena. The UPSHOT League Championship game with the Waves leading the Crown 61-60 with 6:34 remaining in the fourth quarter. Our Claire Geary is with a couple special guests right now. Claire?
Wendell, thanks so much. And Tamika, let's start with you. When you look at the fact that UPSHOT has come here in full force, what does this opportunity mean for the future generations of hoopers to come?
I mean, I think it's a great opportunity. You look at just what the WNBA is doing, and now with UPSHOT, all these young ladies having an opportunity to do and live their dreams. And we're seeing it right here in the championship game.
Standing right here in the championship game, but it wouldn't be without both of your legacies and the MVP award being named in your honor. What does that mean to you and your time as a whole?
Well, it's very humbling, no question, because there's so many women that have done just as much. But I am so proud of these young women keeping their dreams alive and knowing that they have the opportunity to be able to not only play the game, but this is an elite league. And not just as the players, but everybody that's involved, whether it's behind the scenes or coaching and so forth. It gives so many people a chance to continue being a part of this game.
An elite league indeed. And just to wrap things up, if you could say one thing to the future of UPSHOT, what would it be and why? Tamika, we'll go with you.
Keep dreaming big. I mean, this opportunity, and we're continuing to grow. We are seeing it. We got new teams coming next season. All these young ladies that are out there, dream big, whatever you want. This is what you have, obviously, between UPSHOT, WNBA, overseas, so many things. So keep going.
Yeah, shoot for the stars. I mean, you know, it's the dream. You got to keep the dream alive, but you keep trying and trying and trying. Don't quit. And that's what this league proves. None of these young women have quit.
You heard it right here first. Thank you guys so much for the time.
All right, Claire, thanks so much. A couple women's basketball legends, Tamika Catchings and Myers Drysdale, and I'm sure they are pleased with what we're seeing tonight. A championship game. Charlotte's got the lead. They just did for a moment, but Jacksonville right back thanks to Air Hearn, who's been a force all night long.
You talk about that veteran. That's just a big-time veteran play right there by Air Hearn. And you talk about another veteran play in Deja Kelly to take the lead back.
A seesaw affair in Jacksonville. Hearn with 15 to lead the Waves. Kelly with 21 to lead the crowd. Players we spotlighted in our open, and they've delivered tonight.
Man, have they.
Cheyenne Sellers got fouled and is going to head to the line for 2 free throws. And this is so great for Deja Kelly and Air Hearn. You know, a lot of people obviously are in attendance here tonight. You know, a lot of people are watching at home. Appreciate everyone joining us tonight for UPSHOT basketball. But Deja Kelly and Air Hearn, two players that I think people know their talents, casual people, but this is a chance for them to keep expanding their brand, keep showing that they're still actively playing and they're playing at a high level.
Absolutely. I've had a conversation with both of these two players, and Air Hearn and Deja Kelly, and the goal is still to get back on the W roster. They know that both of them have had stints, and they know that they belong in the W. And right now, as you mentioned, showcasing their talent in the biggest game of the entire season in front of these fans, in front of possible scouts right now. They're putting on the show. Yeah,
Deja gave us a great interview earlier today. I know she's done some broadcasting stuff of her own in the past, but I had asked her about how she's just grown. She said, how can I be my best self every day? She's like, that's what's most important. How can I show up and be serviceable to this team? And this shows you that she's a team-first player.
Yeah, and a lot of credit she gave to Coach Tricia Stafford-Odom for allowing her to go out there and be the lead guard, allowing her to believe in everything that she has to offer. She said they stuck with each other throughout this entire season. They stuck with each other through that 6-game losing streak. They stuck with each other throughout this entire season. And right now it's compliment to what Deja Kelly is doing here tonight.
Kylie Cornegay-Lucas is at the line right now. We're all tied up at 64 apiece. If you're just joining us, first of all, welcome. You are tuned into the UPSHOT League. Wendell Epps, Alexis Pierce, Claire Geary here to bring you tonight's broadcast. And the Waves led by as many as 14 points at the 8:05 mark of the third quarter. Since then, it's been a complete turnaround, 15-point turnaround to be exact for Charlotte. They have a lead right now, narrowly, but they're up. What a comeback for the crowd.
What a comeback, and that's something that we talked about. Who wants it more, Wendell? They know what's at stake, and I knew Charlotte wasn't going to lay down. We've seen too much of TSO basketball, as they like to call it, throughout this entire season. They just needed the momentum to shift in their direction, and that it has.
A blocking foul is called there on Reagan Richardson, trying to take the charge. Waves will keep it. Inbound from the side as the shot clock will reset to 14. 5:08 to play. You couldn't have asked for a better setup for the final 5 minutes of the inaugural UPSHOT Championship game, Alexis.
You couldn't have asked for it. I'm loving it.
Will it be the Crown or will it be the Waves? We've officially entered crunch time in Jacksonville as we'll get another foul on the floor on Reagan Richardson. Back-to-back fouls in the span of just less than 25 seconds.
Number 3, Reagan Richardson. That's her 6th.
And that's a 6th foul on Reagan Richardson. She's done for the night.
That's tough.
She just picked up her 5th foul a moment ago, and then Coach Safford Odom had to keep her in the game, one of your premier defenders.
Wow, that's
a big loss.
Yeah, that's a big loss considering it's a whole lot of game left to be played, and one of your star players is on the bench for the rest of the duration of it. That's tough.
So Charlotte will have to work with what they have right now. This is Pointer with 10 on the timer. Steps back, fires a J, knocks it down in A.D. Durr's face, saying, "This is what I do."
Kayla Pointer, another one who's just shown up for this Jacksonville Waves team.
Dean spun her way inside, everything but the finish. And possession will flip back over to Jacksonville. Great stop there from the Waves. Jacksonville right now on the floor has Kayla Pointer, Taylor Soule, Duke Bolgach, Air Hearn, and Cheyenne Sellers. Charlotte rolling with Callie Cordigay-Lucas, Deja Kelly, Lele Grissett, KK Deans, and A.D. Durr. Pointer gets into the lane, can't finish with the right hand. Nice rebound from Cordigay-Lucas. Tied at 66, less than 4.5 to play. Kelly soars in and draws contact and a foul.
Deja Kelly, I'll tell you, her craftiness, her savviness getting to the basket, absorbing contact, putting defenders at a disadvantage. She excels in that department.
More free throws coming up for the player that has scored the most points out of any ball player that has hit the hardwood tonight. 21 points for Deja Kelly on 7 of 17 shooting. That was her first miss from the line. She was 7 of 7 from the line prior to that miss. Still a chance to give Charlotte the lead here, though, with the make. And she does. Charlotte's back on top, 67 to 66. This is Soule. Pivoting against Cordigay-Lucas. Loses control of the ball. We play on, no call. But how about Kayla Pointer ripping it away? 3-on-2 on the other end. Pointer down low. Soule finishes, but an offensive foul was called.
You can feel the energy in this arena. KK Dean, big time stop. That was a veteran play. That was a championship winning play right there by KK Dean. Just steps over and take the contact, put her body on the line. She knows what's at stake. KK Dean's the X factor we called.
Absolutely right, Alexis. And we talked a lot about KK Deans. Had a great conversation with her this morning. She had so much joy about what it's been like playing with Charlotte. And it's crazy. Everyone in this building thought that Jacksonville got the bug. But, man, KK Deans, a breath of fresh air. That was her first impression playing with this Charlotte Crown team. And she has certainly delivered that here this season. Again, she has not seen many losses with the Crown. She's been a big part of why they've been so great and won 13 of their final 14 regular season games.
Absolutely. She said she doesn't care who gets the credit.
Right on cue.
Right there. KK Dean stepping up big time. What a shot.
Ice in her veins. KK Dean's coming up in the clutch tonight. Charlotte up by 4. Bolgach down low to Davis. Answers with the 2.
And I was going to say, before she hit that knockdown jump shot right there, Wendell, she said she doesn't care who takes the credit. They just want to win basketball games.
Durr, jumper, drops in. Charlotte's rolling.
Yeah, A.D. Durr. TSO had a lot of good things to say about her.
Sellers gets inside, loses control of the ball, out of bounds. Possession will stay with Jacksonville. Lindsey Pulliam's going to check back in here for Kayla Pointer. See, Deja Kelly has been so composed here in tonight's contest. 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, in addition to those 22 points.
To your point, Wendell, I've been so impressed by Deja Kelly's consistency throughout. You talk about a player who's led this league in points per game, 17.8 points per game, and she gets it done.
Hearn fires a triple, nearly banked home, as Cornegay Lucas soars high for the rebound. But no doubt, Kelly's is the engine of this Charlotte offense, as Trisha Safford-Odom is going to call timeout. Most important timeout, and Alexis Pierce, we have ourselves a ball game.
Been waiting on this moment.
Charlotte leading by 4, 72-68. KK Dean's doing it all. You're watching the UPSHOT League. League Championship game has brought everything. Stars, great defense, great offense, but probably no bigger than Deja Kelly. 22 points on a roll tonight, Alexis.
Deja Kelly has been impressive all season long. This is no surprise of what she's doing here tonight when it matters the most. You talk about a player, 19 double-digit scoring. No, I'm sorry. All games she scored in double digits, but 3. You talk about a player who can get it done on both ends of the floor, and she knows what this moment means. 22 points on the night, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. You just talk about a consistent player who can get it done, her will to win, and you're witnessing that here tonight.
Yeah, the leading scorer in UPSHOT in the regular season, and what a great opportunity it's been for Deja Kelly to play in UPSHOT, be a leader, and a focal point of the offense for Charlotte. And the turnaround, it's been Jacksonville. I mean, they led by as many as 14. And an 18-point turnaround, it's been KK Dean's on your screen right there. She's been a huge X factor for Charlotte. But still, 2:41 remaining. The Waves still with time to try and climb back. We got ourselves a good one. Buckle up. Let's do it. UPSHOT championship game. Couldn't be any better here on a Saturday night in Jacksonville, Florida. Brissett drives in, tightly defended by Bulgai. Kicks it out to Kelly. Shot clock winding down. Kelly fires. Can't hit. And we'll get a reach and foul called there on Cornegay Lucas. Now coming out of timeout, if you're Jacksonville, Alexis, what do you look to do on offense?
You got to be able to get quality shots right here. Go to your vets, lean on your vets right now, and Air Hearn. Like all game long, especially in that first half, they were finding easy baskets, running their plays, looking inside, outside. They got to be able to do that here with 2:08 to go.
Davis turns, fires, and a foul is called. Hornegay Lucas can't believe it, but that's huge for Jacksonville. A chance at 2 free points.
Well, that's also a huge because Hornegay Lucas has picked up one down here. And then she picked up one down here. Now she has 5 fouls. You talk about a player in Reagan Richardson who's now on the bench. Hornegay Lucas is arguably one of their better defenders on the floor. Without her, with the rest, right? She has one more foul to give right now, but right now she just needs to be smart.
And Layla Reset 4 fouls too, so a couple of players in foul trouble for the Crown as Davis misses the first free throw. Appreciate everyone joining us tonight for this broadcast of the UPSHOT League Championship game. My name is Wendell Epps. Alexis Pierce alongside me. Charlotte Crown leading the Jacksonville Waves by 4. The Jacksonville they just need to make here. They can make it a 1-possession game, and Davis does just that.
Yeah, big time.
Deans baseball pass to Durr. Charlotte's going to try and slow things down and work for a high-quality shot. Kelly will drive into the lane and finishes with the left hand.
Deja Kelly is so tough.
Deja Kelly, do your thing. Renaya Davis doing her thing as well on the other end.
Right now, they're using Hornegay Lucas to exploit her right now. Knowing she has 5 fouls, they're going to keep going at her.
Still a 1-possession game, approaching 90 seconds. Kelly for 3, money!
Deja Kelly is on an absolute tear.
She cannot be stopped, folks. It's been all Deja Kelly tonight. 27 points. Sellers tried to use glass, couldn't get it. Bulgak there for the putback.
Bulgak coming up big.
Does Charlotte have more in the tank offensively? This is Deans slowing things down, checking the clock, approaching the final minute of a historic night in UPSHOT. As head coach Tricia Stafford Odom for the Charlotte Crown will call time out. Deja Kelly, 27 points, and Hornegay Lucas getting heated at the official. Again, she does have 5 fouls. It has been a physical game, but we're going to take a look at what Deja Kelly has been doing because, Alexis, it's been incredible.
Incredible it has. Deja Kelly, just, I love her energy, her consistency. Look at her with the 3-point celly. You got to love it.
You got to celebrate. Come on now. She's got that composed look on her face. She knows it's not over till it's over. What a physical game this has been. Jacksonville, I mean, they started off this second half looking like they were ready to take over and finish a job early on in the third period, but Charlotte just didn't give up. And that's credit to Tricia Stafford Odom. It's credit to these players for the energy they've been bringing all game long.
And it took everybody.
It did take everybody.
Yeah, not just Deja right now, but it took everybody.
Yeah. KK Deans, Kylie Hornegay Lucas, Reagan Richardson when she was in there. So the Charlotte Crown hailing from the Queen City up in the great state of North Carolina, which has produced a plethora of talent on both the men's and women's side in the sport of basketball. Amongst many other sports, you got Millie, the Jacksonville Waves mascot, in the house doing her thing. Love to see it, but this is potentially, we don't know because crazier things have happened, but this could potentially be the final minute of what has been a historic inaugural season in the UPSHOT League. It's kind of hitting me now, Alexis. You know, you and I have been calling UPSHOT games since opening night, and this has been such a fun summer seeing the growth from day one to now. The future really is up.
The future really is up. Like you mentioned, as you alluded to there, Wendell, it's been incredible to be a part of a league like the UPSHOT League. Talk about a league of opportunity, being able to see these ladies showcase their talents night in and night out, and us being a part of that and telling their stories has been nothing short of amazing.
Yeah, we don't take that for granted, and shout out to the 2 teams. I know they're not playing tonight, but the Greensboro group and Savannah Steel, very integral in the success in the inaugural year of UPSHOT as well. Back underway This is Brissett, hands it off to the star of the show, Kelly. Does she have more? Loses the ball. Walker said, I'll take that from you. Huge shot for Jacksonville. It was a quick one as well. Hearn. Walker, three. Bullseye!
Right on the money. Jasmine Walker to get this thing down by one.
Shot clock still on. Jacksonville hanging for life. Off-ball foul as Kelly was trying to get three. Both teams now in the bonus, so this is going to be free throws for Charlotte. And we're going to take a look at this Jasmine Walker three coming up in the clutch.
And what I love about it, because tonight she's perfect from the three-point line. She's fired up. You got to love it.
Fired up, ready to go. Jasmine Walker. Huge three-point shot there. Her third make from long range, now up to 11 points. All 5 Jacksonville starters have scored in double figures tonight. Kelly hits the first free throw. She's got a game-high 28 points. 9 of 10 from the stripe.
Just 3 away from her career high, too. It's like I said it in the opening, it's something about Vystar Veterans Memorial Arena that
I was going to say that career high happened right here in this building on opening night in front of a crowd that was as big and raucous as tonight's crowd. We'll get a timeout from Jess Bogie of the Waves, so both teams will head back to their respective benches and draw up something. Obviously an important possession for Jacksonville. Shot clock still on, Alexis, so walk me through the strategy. Is it a quick 2? You get an open 3? If you got it, what do you like to see the Waves do here?
You found the best quality shot, in my opinion. You want something towards the basket. I don't think necessarily you need a 3 here or anything like that. I think you just find a quality shot. And one thing that I've known about Coach Jess Bogie, out of timeouts, they execute. Jacksonville Waves execute at a high level, so I'm interested to see what they draw up right here.
And obviously, Hearn, such an integral part of this Jacksonville Waves team. We're getting ready to look at a highlight package of her success tonight. This is a player that knows how to deliver in clutch moments.
Knows how to deliver, absolutely. Hearn, just like I mentioned, just gets it done night in and night out. She's been an integral part of this Jacksonville Waves team, the veteran of this team. She's so poised, so confident, so patient. You gotta love it.
Hearn has done it all here tonight, folks. 15 points, 6 of 15 from the field. A couple threes as well. Steals had that monster block. That was my favorite defensive play of the game early on. So Hearn certainly a lethal weapon on the offensive end of the floor. The Waves will be looking at their offensive star to maybe be the initiator, whether it's scoring or assisting, on their next bucket here that they hope to get. Hearn's on the floor with Davis, Pulliam, Walker, and Sellers. A.D. Durr will defend the inbound on Pulliam. Joined with Deans, Brissett, and Fornegay-Lucas. Can Jacksonville make some magic happen here? Hearn, Walker, another 3! Too strong, ball fought for, and we've got a push-off. And I believe, if what I saw was correct, this will be a jump ball. It is a jump ball.
That's a great call right there. Great call. Just two players
fighting for it.
Yep.
So it's going to be Kelly and Sellers. Most important jump ball we've seen in the double digits as far as jump balls in this game tonight, for sure.
Yeah, Cheyenne Sellers with a little height advantage over Deja Kelly. Looking at a 6'2" Cheyenne Sellers and a 5'8" Deja Kelly. A little bit of height difference.
Yeah. Hey, but Deja can jump. I know that.
Yeah,
so
I know that.
Don't underestimate her vertical leap either. But Cheyenne can jump as well. But this is going to be an intriguing jump ball. Jacksonville will have 12 seconds to work on the shot clock if they win the jump ball. So that's something to keep note of. If Charlotte wins it, it'll be interesting to see what Jacksonville does defensively.
Now, Wendell, I don't want to call this game too early. We still have so much game left to be played, but let's go back to that last game that Jacksonville and Charlotte played. That thing went into OT.
It sure did. Here we go. The jump ball, Kelly and Sellers. It's won by Jacksonville. Hearn, quick 3! Off the mark! And Charlotte has it. KK Deans saying, that's my ball. That was a great look from Hearn, though.
She doesn't miss those too often.
No.
Man, I'm just going back, Wendell, to what we talked about earlier on. The way that Charlotte battled back in this basketball game, down, 14-15, the
14.
largest, 14 points, the largest lead. And just talk about their resilience, talk about their competitiveness. You gotta love it.
And they've gotten to where they normally get to the free throw line. This is their 25th free throw attempt as Dean just gets that one to rattle home. Remember, in the first quarter specifically, Charlotte was not getting to the line much. Deja Kelly had one early trip, then after that, it was pretty much crickets in terms of the Crown getting to the line.
Yeah.
That is
Deja Kelly and Reagan Richardson, those are the only two who went to the free throw line.
Both free throws made from KK Deans. We've got a reset timeout. Regal loving it. Seeing the Charlotte Crown on the verge of potentially securing the first ever UPSHOT League title.
There's a lot on the line right now.
Jacksonville with the shot clock off, obviously is going to have to move fast, get a bucket, and then either get a steal or play the foul game on the other end of the floor. Hearn to inbound. Bounce pass to Sellers, back to Hearn. Fakes, fires, misses, tapped around, goes to A.D. Durr. The shot clock is off, game clock winding down. Pulliam deflects it as it goes out of bounds, but will stay with Charlotte. And the Crown can smell the championship trophy.
Man, what a game this has been.
One for the ages. One we'll be able to look back on forever as the first of many UPSHOT championship games. Cornegay Lucas is going to dribble this one out. Charlotte takes the Crown literally. North Carolina and Charlotte is up tonight as the Crown are your first ever UPSHOT League champions.
The Jacksonville Waves and the Charlotte Crown have belted out the first ever UPSHOT League championship.
A Crown team that started this season 1-6. Went on a 6-game winning streak after that, finally found a rhythm, ended the regular season strong, winning 14 of their last 15 games. They came in with momentum tonight, Alexis, and they finished the job, a come-from-behind victory over the Jacksonville Waves.
Don't call it a comeback. Man, the Charlotte Crown, so much to say about this group. I know Coach Tricia Stafford Odom, she talked about what this championship would mean to her. And right now, her group delivered. Talk about a player in Deja Kelly, 29 points, 12 rebounds, a double-double, 8 assists. This is a player who gets it done. And you see her on your screen right now. Don't forget the name. And Deja Kelly, DK is what we call her. This is an absolute bucket. And she showed up big for her group here tonight.
You're absolutely right, Alexis. Deja Kelly, a game for the ages, played over 35 minutes. Look at that crown on Deja Kelly as well. Charlotte's got every right to celebrate nice and long here tonight. A win here in a very rambunctious, loud environment in Jacksonville, Florida. The Waves, shout out to them. They put forth a great effort as well. Air Hearn set the tempo. They're starting 5 as well. But when it mattered most, the Crown got it done here tonight. And this set the standard, Alexis. This is more than what we could have asked for. The league of opportunity, showcasing the opportunity and the talent level of these phenomenal women here.
It's been great, Wendell, to be a part of. Enjoyed the journey. I know the Charlotte Crown has as well. And I know something that Coach Tricia Stafford Odom talked about. She said a lot of people doubted them when they went on that 6-game losing streak. And she said this moment matters more than any of that. That moment where they went on that 6-game losing streak is when they found their identity. And this moment made it even sweeter.
I know from Coach Stafford Odom, it has to mean a lot for her. I mean, she was definitely laying it all to us earlier at shoot-around just about how much this means to her, coaching the Charlotte Crown and the relationship she has with these ladies, too. And just to know that this is the start of something new as well. Charlotte will forever be known as the inaugural UPSHOT League champions. And you talk about Charlotte, too. It's a market that is hungry for women's basketball. They had the Charlotte Sting back in the WNBA back in its heyday, but it's back to the Queen City and the Crown representing the great state of North Carolina and the Queen City as a whole.
Absolutely. North Carolina has been a staple in women's hoop. It's something that KK Dean told us earlier today, and they're taking that crown literally back to Charlotte. You just gotta love it. And they said, Coach Tricia Stafford-Odom said, she said they wear it with pride.
They sure do.
They don't take that crown lightly at all.
Take a look at some final stats here from tonight's ball game. The Crown shot just 34% from the field, Waves 40%. But the three-point percentage, Alexis, I just feel like they made the shots when it mattered most, whether it was KK Deans or Deja Kelly.
Yeah, absolutely, hands down. They made them when it mattered.
Yes. So Charlotte gets the 5-point victory tonight. 11 turnovers for the Crown here this evening. Waves 15. Both teams, though, when it mattered most, especially that fourth quarter, it was starting to get really loud in here. The fans were really into it. They were into it all game long, but especially in those final moments, showcasing the standard of UPSHOT League basketball. Shaquilla Nunn, a vet on this Charlotte team, has done so much for the Crown this season. Gonzaya Fulmore, another player who has actually played every game in the regular season for the Charlotte Crown this season, the only player on the Crown roster to do so. Reagan Richardson, despite fouling out, had an immense impact in tonight's title game for Charlotte. This entire Crown roster has got a lot of chemistry, a lot of talent, and they are your 2026 UPSHOT League champions. Loving the swag too, Alexis, looking really good on them. So we will have a trophy presentation on the other side to honor the winners, the champs, the Charlotte Crown. We'll have that for you right after this break. Stick with us. Once again, final score, Charlotte 81, Jacksonville 76. The Crown are your UPSHOT League champions. You're watching the UPSHOT League. Welcome back into the live presentation of the UPSHOT League, the Charlotte Crown, your inaugural UPSHOT League champions here in 2026. You see right there, the future is up. That is indeed the case. The Crown take home the title 81-76. They defeat the Jacksonville Waves. Wendell Epps alongside Alexis Pierce. Trophy presentation is getting ready to happen right now at center court. Claire Geary emceeing it. Got Commissioner Donna Orender with it as well. We'll get set to go ahead and take a listen to that right now.
Incredible. Absolutely. Please bring your attention to center court for the presentation of the very first championship trophy in UPSHOT League history. And now, standing next to me, please give a warm and loud welcome for Donna Orender, Commissioner of the UPSHOT.
Thank you, Claire. What a night, huh? All of the fans here made this an incredible night. It's been an incredible season, and a huge, heartfelt thank you to everyone along the way. Thank you to our ushers, to the fans in every market. I think we should shout out, because this league would not be what it is without Savannah, without Greensboro, without Charlotte, and of course without Jacksonville. To the entire Zoyer team staff for the great job in every market, every game, every coach, trainer, ref, official, our basketball ops team, and of course, the players who have really breathed life into this league. I want to call out a special call out to co-founders Mark Walsh and Andy Kaufman. And now it's my pleasure to present the inaugural, isn't it beautiful? The inaugural UPSHOT League Championship trophy to the managing director of the Charlotte Crown, the CEO and founder of Zoyer Sports, Andy Kaufman. Now, I can't pick this up, but you're going to...
Thank you, Donna. Thank you, everyone. How about tonight's game and these champions? So it's all about the champions on the court and off the court. That includes all of you. Special thanks to some champions around me, my fellow co-founders, the legendary Donna Orender, and Mark Walsh, whose idea this all was. Thank you, Mark. To all our partners in attendance, obviously, thank you so much. Everyone had so much to do with this, but tonight it's about celebrating the champions. So without further ado, I would love to introduce head coach of the Charlotte Crown, the champions, Coach TSO. Let's go.
This is amazing, and I'm grateful, and I love the turnout, high, low. I'm waving to everybody. We had one game and one goal, and we reached our goal, and we could not have done this without my crew, the support of Zoyer, the support of Donna, the support of Andy, the support of Taj and Miriam. We are grateful. Thank you for the support. Keep going. I love my players to death. I think they love me. And what we got, one game, one goal, crown down. Thank you so much.
Coach, let's dive deep into how you were just able to execute that one goal, one team. How were you able to pull it out in the second half?
I had the best seat in the house watching my players turn up a notch. And the reason why I can say that, because I had about 3 leaders that came to me and said, Coach, we'll turn it up, we'll play better defense, and we're going to get stops. But Jacksonville's amazing. The Waves have been amazing from day one. Coach Jess, I give her credit for keeping it all together, for making the right decisions from the beginning with her personnel. She and I had great banter throughout the year, and they made me be a better coach. They made our team and forced our team to be better players. So it's all about locking in defensively. And I told reporters all week it was about focusing on we do well, transition stops, and offense. And at the right time, we got transition baskets, we got stops, and we were able to convert offensively. So my MVP, Deja Kelly, I had to let her know, you keep doing your thing and playing your game. And Reagan Richardson, even though you're on your bench, you had a teammate full of people that believed in you and know that what you've done for us all year. Shaquila Nunn struggled tonight, but guess what? She's an MVP.
All right.
Wait. Well, hold on. As per usual, Coach. Okay. Tonight's another special ceremony. We have named our most valuable player trophy in honor and recognition of the greats of the game. It is the Ann Myers Drysdale MVP trophy. With 29 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. The MVP is one Miss Deja Kelly.
So now, DJ, you've won the champion, Deja. You've now won the championship MVP award. How does it feel to, A, win the inaugural award, but also have the title for the inaugural championship?
Man, it means so much. I think it means so much more for us to pull out the... for us to pull out this win, you know, we stuck together throughout the game. That was the biggest thing. We've been in these situations before, but our perseverance, our poise, our composure, we stay composed throughout the whole game. So I'm really proud of this team for how we fought. And then this MVP, I couldn't do it without my team. I couldn't do it without the gang. You know, we all put pieces together. Everyone's MVP in my book, but I think this championship MVP means a little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more.
Part of doing this with your team is also representing the folks back in Charlotte. You walked in to an away arena and owned it from game start through the end, through the ups and downs. What do you have to say back home to the folks in the Queen City?
Man, the city of Charlotte has been truly a blessing to us. They've supported us all season. When we were on a little losing streak, they were still there. But they supported us through all our wins too. But they've been so consistent in their support. So we're truly appreciative. We're excited to bring this beautiful baby back to Charlotte.
Thank you so much and congratulations.
So the Charlotte Crown celebrating as they should. Champions, inaugural champions here in 2026 in the UPSHOT League.
Let's give it a round of applause one more time for your champions of the inaugural championship title game, the Charlotte Crown.
So Charlotte takes home the crown, and they'll be living this and remembering this forever. Alexis Pierce, this was a pleasure. So much fun working with you here tonight.
Yeah, this has been incredible. Really, really great job by the Charlotte Crown. Congratulations to them.
A great game indeed against your final score. Charlotte 81, Jacksonville 76. Crown are the champs. For Alexis Pierce, for Claire Gary, our producer Drew Vincent, and the rest of our fantastic crew, I've been Wendell Up saying so long from Jacksonville, Florida. Charlotte is up tonight, your inaugural UPSHOT League champs. Have a great night, everybody.